My dinosaur already looks like this. Imagine what it's gonna look like in 6 hours. Alright, stupid, get to work. 0 kills so far. Those pink tanks are absolutely adorable. There's a level 13 that dropped already. We're gonna get such good loot. I can't wait to see what we get. This idiot gets a headbutt. I'm definitely gonna put a lot. There's a level 14 already. We're already so much better, and we've killed 12 enemies literally, and I've got all day for this. Definitely going to work a lot on my machine gun today because it's really the big winner here. Moving on to extra stage 2, I assume every one of these is going to ramp up in difficulty quite a bit. Our dinosaur is already pretty strong, so it's not going to be too much of a challenge yet, but eventually we'll get there. As long as we got our machine gun, we're going to melt everything in front of us. And considering we're finding level 13 drops, it's not going to be hard to upgrade our gear. 4 of those is going to turn into level 50. I assume we're just going to be adding more and more spikes to the dinosaur, and I'm all about that. There's a level 14 face mask. It's only going to take 2 of those to make a level 15, 4 of those to make a level 16, which is definitely an upgrade. I also kind of want to make that bomb stupidly big so it just wipes out everything. We might get there eventually. I'm pretty sure these levels are normally supposed to be really hard considering these are after the quote final boss. But we did so much grinding before that we kind of pushed ourselves a little bit ahead. But that did help us to get these really big bombs. And those are just a lot of fun. We moved on to stage 5. I wasn't really paying attention. I kind of zoned out because it's not really a challenge. You don't have to pay attention if there's no challenge. I assume something will eventually kill me though, and then we'll go back for even more upgrades and just make myself even stupidly stronger, and I'm really excited for that part. My goal today really is to make a dinosaur strong enough that it would have defeated the asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs. This wave did take me below 1,000 health, so they are getting closer to defeating me. We're up to 140 kills, but we're into a new background, so we're probably up to a different difficulty. So without using my abilities, this wave does defeat me fairly easily, but I want to be defeated right now because I want those upgrades. I want to put parts together. Don't worry, I'll be back for you idiots. First things first, what do we find in a box that level? Lots of 14 stuff. So upgrades are going to be very easy to get. So already we get a new nose, so we're going to go from 185 damage all the way up to 220. But no, he's not color coordinated and he probably can't see very well. I guess he doesn't really have to see very well though. He just walks forward attacking literally anything in front of him. But of course, most importantly is the weaponry, which is going to go from 2700 damage per minute up to 3000 with a giant yellow cannon.
This is my Eiffel Tower. This is my Rachmaninoff's third.
Oh, and that puts us back on the penetrator.
I call it the ex-wife.
But first things first, we've maxed out our machine gun level, so that's interesting at level 20. Penetrator going all the way to the top. Alright, now even our basic gun is that much stronger again, and our machine gun was upgraded again, so yeah, we're just gonna melt absolutely everything. And the penetrator is now doing 137 per penetration. I do believe it's more humorous than it is useful, but I'm still having fun with it. Level 11, we're way past that stuff. I've got to get way into these waves. Was that a level 12? Well, that's better than 11. There's a 14. I need to find 15s and 16s. Or just like a million 11s and 12s to get up to what we need. Yeah, I would need to find like 64 level 11s to actually get an upgrade. We could do it, but it's going to take some time. I haven't even used these really yet. They're okay, but it's all about the penetrator. With this much health, it actually takes a while for things even just to be able to kill me. There is a loot crate there though, so I kind of wonder if that's going to be a higher level than before. That was a satisfying explosion and penetration. Usually those happen the other way around. And do we think there's an end to extra stages? Or do they just go until you physically can't go anymore? It is noticeably easier getting now to stage 5 like it is, even with the 1 layer of upgrades we got. So every layer of upgrades is going to make a colossal difference. And this is all happening right as the coffee is starting to set into full effect. It's going to be a good day for genocide. And it looks like so far at least we're going to be fighting these robot guys. And that's fine. They are really strong. They're going to get stronger. But I am kind of hoping there's a new kind of enemy somewhere down the line. Maybe after stage 10 or even a boss. Stage 7, they still can't seem to stop me. I just keep plowing through with all my different weapons. Although curiously, I feel like it's been a while since I've gotten any drops. So I'm not entirely sure what that's about. And I'm kind of really just here for the drops. I need to make myself stronger because we're pretty strong now, but I can still see the enemies on the screen. I want them dead like before they even spawn in. And if I use my machine gun, we can do that, but I can only use it once in a while, so I need my regular gun to do that. I was finally defeated apparently. I just kind of let it happen. But we get to open another level 21 crate, which has lots of 14s, which is great because that's sure closer than 13s and 11s. Luckily I am an adult, so I can drink as much coffee as I want to get to where we're going. The guns are all starting to look similar, so it's hard to know where to upgrade them. 71,000 points to spend is so stupid too, so I'm just going to upgrade the headbutt because it's overall the most useful compared to my gun. Then I pretty much just set him loose back on the world again for more upgrades. There's a 14, there's a 13, so we definitely get more drops early on, which is interesting. There's another 14, so we're clearly getting better drops now, and I think I might have devised a clever strategy for this. Although my fun ideas have like a 90% failure rate, so we'll see if this is one of the exceptions. And I'm going to be a little bit sad when I get the next upgrade because we're going to lose the penetrator for a while, and I'm not sure when it's going to cycle back. And also, since I've upgraded my headbutt, 800 damage, that's actually tons. Okay, stage 3, and I just saw another loot crate behind me, so I'm going to try something. If I quit the run here, do I get to keep all the upgrades I've gotten up to this point? It would appear that I do. I get less money here, but I get a crate full of all sorts of 14s. So then once we put all of this together, we get a new nose piece. So we're going from 220 bite damage, ooh, that looks mean, all the way up to 242. And why did they give him ears? He can't hear out of those. Then again, he's a dinosaur that shoots guns, so what do I know? Then our armor is going to go from 3,000 to 3,500. And because the game is being mean, we don't get a new gun yet. But in a way, that is actually sort of a good thing, because then we still get to use our penetrator for just a little while longer. And we're definitely way stronger than ever before now. We're just way more health, way more armor, way more everything. Okay, I just found another weapons crate, so I'm going to swap out right away because I want a better gun before we're going to go way deep into this run. I hope there's a lot of guns in here. There might not actually, there's one. But we do find a lot of just regular drops lying around too, so those are going to add up fairly quickly. And I'm pretty sure we were pretty close on the guns as it was, so there we go. We're going to go from 3,000 damage per minute to 3,300. That's a 10% increase, and we were already doing stupid damage. Then we're simply going to upgrade the headbutt, and then maybe just a little bit for these guys. Now we're going deep. This gun by itself is, yeah, it's going to make a big difference, but the sum of all the parts too is going to be pretty good. I don't love these attacks, but they're going to help. That 10% extra gun damage is really going to make a difference. I hardly used any abilities here, and we got through pretty unscathed. But I do have these abilities for a reason. They're not supposed to just sit there and look pretty. We use them to melt everything. There's a level 14 gun, so I just need to find a lot of those. Although I guess it would take 64 of those to upgrade to level 20, assuming level 20 actually exists. But think how powerful it would be, and how long it would take to actually get there. But we've killed 50 enemies so far. There's a crate, which is big helpful. We might start to find better gear once we get past like extra stage 10 or so. There's 2 14 face masks in a row, so that's the equivalent of a 15. And we tore through stage 5 with a very lazy effort. I expect stage 6 will be more of the same. If I just keep using my abilities pretty much in any order I feel like, we'll be fine. Stage 7 starts with 180 kills. I think every level gets more and more enemies to have to get through. I don't know if they actually get any stronger. They don't seem to yet. I think it just throws more at me. And they're all out just minding their business, having a nice day in Apocalypse Land, when this T-Rex rolls through and absolutely murders everyone for no reason other than he wants to get to somewhere to the right. And we're just going to enable him to do that. You don't need to stop and ask for directions when you've got a machine gun. This cute pink tank should be the last of the idiots, at least until stage 8. So that last one had about 60 enemies on it. 50 actually, for those of us that can do math. I'm just a little lost in all the destruction. There's so many things to kill. We're coming up on 300 kills in just this run alone. Do you think the ears add a little bit of damage? When I headbutt, he does kind of point them forward. Maybe they're actually spikes. I don't know why you need to hear. He doesn't seem that he doesn't seem like that much of an intellectual, to be honest. But what do I know? I'm spending hours of my life making a dinosaur kill robots. Our dinosaur met his end, but we have 92,000 upgrades to spend plus a box, which has more of the usual. I definitely want more of the 14s, not 11s. But something about beggars can't be choosers, so we're just going to take whatever we get, smash it together here, and eventually we're going to get a new dinosaur. I think it's about time we throw out the level 7s and 8s, because I don't think those are going to be any use ever again. Starting to appreciate how long it's going to take to get any new upgrades. Level 10 can also be disposed of. Do we have any more garbage? It seems strange we're throwing out level 10 stuff. Even level 11 is debatable. And back to work we go, destroying everything in our path. There's a 14, good start. And another 14, so that's basically a level 15 thigh plate. And a level 11 face. It takes 1,000,000 of those. We're getting closer. We've got an 18 and a 17 on pretty much everything. But I've also realized you find drops in the first few stages, and after that they seem to stop entirely. I don't know why they do that, so it's not actually worth it to continually go deep, because we won't find any parts after a certain while anyway. So I'm gonna let this happy little monster just keep going for the first few stages, gathering as many parts like that as I can find. We'll stop, upgrade, rinse, and repeat until we have the ultimate idiot. Imagine how big his cute little ears are gonna be by the time he hits level 20. So we can pretty easily get up to the end of stage 3 without doing much of anything, because my dinosaur is just stupidly strong by this point, but we are still finding drops, and that was a 14, so that's a very good one for me. But by the time we get to stage 5, there's a lot more enemies to kill and far less drops, so it's not really worth my time at this point to continue grinding here. Look at all the 14s we're getting now though, it's like the game knows. That, by very happy coincidence, was just enough to get me to level 19, so that we're going to go from 242 bite damage to 264. Again, that's roughly a 10% increase, and now we have a purple face with no ears. We're back to not listening. I find these parts are getting stressful now. It used to be so satisfying putting these together, but now they all look so similar. It takes a second. But we're going to go from 3,500 armor all the way up to 4,000. That's over a 10% increase. And the gun, as per usual, is lagging behind. But that's okay, I know how to remedy that, and we're simply stronger than ever before. We should plow through this quicker. And that's without using any of our enemy melting abilities. There's a 14 face again, that's perfect. A few more of those and we'll be hitting level 20. There's a 14 gun, so I'm very happy about that. The drops may just depend on what stage of stuff you're wearing, although there's a 12. But we seem to be finding a disproportionate amount of level 14 gear right now, and that's fine by me, because that's 1,000,000 times faster than level 12s. Our bites take such big gouges out of these enemies now. It's between the auto fire and the bites, these things are melting away, and these are super strong enemies. I missed them in the recording, but we just got a great row of drops there, including that 13, but I think there was 3 other level 14s directly in a row. And then as soon as I start recording, we hit a level 12, which is stupid. I'm almost annoyed at myself now for committing to getting all these parts to level 20, because this is still going to take so long, despite the fact most of my stuff was already level 19. But it is rather enjoyable just marching forward killing everything, so I really shouldn't complain. And again, by the end of stage 4, the drops seem to have stopped, so I think we maxed out the drops. Not sure how that works, but that seems to be the way it does. Okay, after that one, we should hopefully have enough parts to put this all together. Actually, we don't. We still don't. That's okay, it'll just be 1 more minute to upgrade those stupid guns. The first drop we find this run is a level 14 gun. I think that by itself is enough to get us there. While we're at it, let's open another crate full of lots of level 14. And that should mean a new gun for sure. And I'm pretty sure this will make the single biggest difference in my run. So we're going from 3,300 all the way up to 3,800. That was actually like a 20% increase, so that's a ton of damage, and plus look at it. It's just going to be a while before we're able to upgrade beyond that. Fortunately, we have about 200,000 upgrade points to spend, which is absolutely stupid, so we're going to upgrade the skills for now, because what else are we going to spend it on? Maybe I'll see if I can get the drone up to level 20. We can, which is max, and you're up to 16. So now we're naturally just going to do that much more damage again. You can already see the huge chunks that gun is taking out of the enemies. Plus when we bring in our little drone, he's probably going to do a ton of damage. Yeah, he's taking huge chunks out of enemies too, so we're going to start melting things. And we can still get more upgrades on top of this. Yeah, even that laser is pretty strong. That used to be not great. Now I could certainly live with that kind of damage. A few runs later and I should have lots of loot stacked up, including plenty of 14s, so that's a good sign. And I've already got another level 18 face, so if we get 1 more of those, we get up to level 20. And boy, I can already feel victory getting close. Look at all the guns though, it always makes me happy to see all these upgrades. Okay, all we need is another level 17 and I can finish my leg plates. I know that's a strange thing to be excited about, but when it's taking this long, you gotta be excited for anything you can be.
Just let me have this.
Plus I can take my frustration out on idiots by killing them. There's a 14 already. A few runs later and I maybe shouldn't have grinded this far because my inventory is actually full, so it kind of hurts to think about how much stuff I just wasted. But we're getting ever closer to our goal. This one is so close now. But it's also pretty cool to see the progression of faces. We're so close, we need 1 more 15. A few more runs later and we might be right where we need to be. There's a 16, which makes a 17, which makes an 18, which makes 2 19s, would take us from 264 up to 290, and that looks mega aggressive. It's completely covering his face, which is good because we don't want to look at that. I'm also it doesn't say max, it just says level 20, so that's scary to me because now my stupid brain is going, well, what's beyond level 20? I don't know, brain, you want to grind for a week to find out? Unfortunately, it kind of does. But we're about to also go up to level 20 knee pads, so that's going to take us from 4,000 all the way up to 4,500, and these ones have spikes on them. And we're starting to make up some ground on the guns too, because look at them all. We're definitely not to level 20 on these yet, but we're closer than I thought it would be by now. There's a 19, 18, 16, 15, 14. Yep. It's just a matter of time now. But I can notice this difference already. We're actually chewing through these guys quite a bit quickly just thanks to that extra bite. Once we get the gun upgraded once more, it'll be even better. Like, we're not doing any of our abilities and we still have 4,000 health left. Okay, we finally made it to the point where 16 turns into 17, turns into 18, turns into 19, which means our gun's going to go from 3,800 damage to 4,100. He's got a colossal rocket ready to fire directly into the back of his head. And while I was very patiently grinding it up, we got 231,000 upgrade points. And I bet that could make a pretty big bomb. Yep, we're at max level bomb and we still have 105,000 points left over, so let's do the flamethrower. Now that we have everything beautifully up to level 20, I bet we're going to go through things. We're firing rockets that do colossal damage, 370. A big bite and a big rocket. Yep, this is going to work out great. And that's not even including the machine gun or the enormous bombs we can drop from the sky to destroy everything for 1,400 damage. Even a flamethrower at this point is incredibly strong. But this is stage 1, obviously things are going to get more numerous, so we'll see how it goes by the time we hit stage 5, stage 10, stage 100. Hopefully we kill thousands. Stage 3, the enemies do get a little more numerous and busy, but we can obviously get through stage 3 without doing anything at all. We could several levels of gear ago. And that was also before we had the big bomb, which is very nice just in the way it evaporates everything and we just keep on walking. I'm on to stage 5. The last stage I was pretty lazy. I only lost 500 health. If I had have actually been using my abilities more efficiently, I would have lost even less. So I'm feeling pretty good about my odds to go nice and deep. And both the headbutt and the machine gun are so strong at this point it's almost stupid. But then we also have the big bomb, which is also stupid. So that's really going to help carry us extra deep. Like it took out those 3, it just didn't reach him. But it would have one-shotted everything there. Stage 6, we're only 65% of the way through and we drop below 4,000 health. So we still got a lot. I'm just trying to emphasize things are getting a little more difficult. But that's also why we have machine guns and flamethrowers. Catch. And I haven't really been paying attention to what enemies actually do more damage or are tougher. I've just kind of been plowing through them this entire time. I'm kind of indifferent to who or what they are. There's 200 kills and I'm still going strong. Only lost about 500 health so far. Catch again. I think the biggest challenge for me is waiting patiently for a spot where it's a big cluster of enemies to use the bomb. Otherwise it's kind of a waste. But I just really like using it because it blows everything up and lets me keep walking. Then of course if you hold it for too long it's kind of a waste at the same time because you need it out there doing damage, not sitting in your inventory. But I'll find the right opportunity to use it. That wouldn't have been a bad time to use it. Well, you know, we can still drop it down there. There we go, 4 enemies instantly defeated. There's the end of stage 8, moving on to 9. And with no challenge so far whatsoever. I'm literally just walking through them like this and there's nothing's come close to killing me. Here's some pink tanks.
Good Lord, what is happening in there?
And they're gone. These levels are getting long quickly though. We're still only stage 9, we're 75% of the way through, but we've already killed 50 enemies. I do think it's safe to say we've created the most powerful dinosaur in the entire universe, so I'm pretty happy about that. And finally the big stage 10. Was kind of hoping for some kind of boss fight, but I'll settle for more massacre. Stage 10 is also going to be long. I think it's close to about 100 enemies in total, so I might as well use the bomb because I'm going to recharge it 80 times over the course of this one. We're up to about 450 kills. I just realized I've dropped about half health now, so the enemies, like I said, they aren't getting stronger, but there's so many of them. They're starting to chisel away at my poor defenses. I mean, bombs can only do so much to keep me safe. But then again, now they can't hurt me, because they're made of itty bitty little parts blown all over the world. Some different enemies would add a little bit of variety to this too, because I feel like I've killed these guys before, and there's just so many of them, they're really starting to chip away at my armor. Everyone does just a little bit of damage, but there's so many of them. Never mind, it turns out once you're done stage 10, you're just done. It takes you back to the menu. So I guess we win. I've really grown to appreciate the otter lately, so we're going to see if we can make a mess with that. We're going to throw a mosquito and then an otter down. The otter boosts the mosquito. And then I'd honestly rather just roll for more otters with my remaining money. We got 1 and that's okay. Because we're only fighting 2 idiots on the other side anyways. It's going to be a draw, but I'll take a draw. Now we can just start stacking up our otters, which are then going to boost something else. And that's kind of the name of the game. But when we do finally get something, we need to take advantage because we can't roll for otters endlessly, but we have 2 units, which strangely is often more than enough to get the job done, especially in the early game.
Not this time.
So add to that a level 2 mosquito. We're going to put a giraffe in to start scaling something right away, and we're going to save a meat bone for an ant. I'm on turn whatever, and I still haven't fielded a full lineup once yet. And we're going to start to feel the effects of that pretty soon, but we're still not doing that badly. And I really like the strategy where if you have something in the front of the lineup that basically has an effect once it dies, give it a meat bone. That way it'll kill something, then do a useful effect. I could also throw a crab down because it's going to emulate something else's health. So I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to throw a crab down. I'm just going to boost the ant a little bit more. And for the first time, we have a full lineup. And I mean, I have a giraffe scaling a mosquito right now, so we'll probably be fine ultimately. So you die, then you die, and you die next. Then we're going to have a loss.
God damn it!
I'm mostly just blaming this on the lack of otters. Nice of you to finally show up. Now that he's level 2, he gives a +2/+2. And we also have a penguin. So we're going to go ahead and probably remove the otter at this point because the penguin is now going to boost the mosquito at least. So the mosquito will get a double boost moving forward. We have some garlic armor, which I'm going to give to that mosquito. Then I'm going to save you for next time and maybe you just so you can upgrade the ant once. So every turn at least, the mosquito is going to get +2/+2 and everything else we level up is also going to get a boost. What weird teams. I don't know why we're not fighting full teams, but I'll take it. I need the help. So you get one of you and we get a skunk, which I do quite enjoy these days as well. So we're actually going to replace the crab because crabs are stupid anyway. Then we're going to hit the giraffe and hopefully we get something that stacks. We'll take the garlic armor at the very least. Also, the skunk is going to remove that 1/3 of the health of their strongest unit, which does make a big difference, especially when things start scaling really hard. But so far, so good. We're after a bit of a rough start, but we're making it work. I might actually freeze this parrot for now because if you put it behind a skunk, that knocks 2 units down by 33%, and obviously that adds up pretty quick. I'm going to give some garlic to the giraffe to let it have a fighting chance. Swans are also good, but it's a little bit late to start scaling one. In saying that, we're going to have a level 2 giraffe now, so both of these are going to get a boost, and we also got a monkey, which is one of the very best units available in the game. So hopefully we win this turn. If not, we're going to be okay. Look at all that boosting going on. We might end up this one with just a really overpowered ant. I'm not really sure yet, but we'll see how this all goes. They have that strategy, but it was a draw anyways. So we're going to get rid of this skunk for now and put a monkey in. In saying that, we're going to actually swap this ant out and we're going to put a dolphin up front. We're going to give that dolphin a bit of garlic. The monkey's going to boost the dolphin because the dolphin's going to end up being our carry. And there's the other skunk we probably wanted a while ago. So we're going to give the monkey some honey. The dolphin's going to get +4/+4 every turn at least for now, and that's going to add up quickly. But I mostly just want this initial attack from the dolphin too to do some damage, which took out the scorpion, which is great because that scorpion was not going to do me any favors. Then we take up those two, and then we survive with a victory. Not by much, but I'm glad we had a victory there. We also got a crocodile, which is probably actually better than a dolphin. It does more damage. It just always attacks the rear unit. And I'm a little unsure how I want to proceed with this one. We've actually got some nice options going. So I'm going to spin a few times, hopefully just finding something of use. 2 crocodiles is kind of changing my mind quickly. So we're going to throw 2 crocodiles up front, and I really hope I don't regret this. We'll just keep flip-flopping on a strategy until something works. The crocodile is already 13 and 9. He just works out really good for summoning builds because he hits whatever's at the back, which is normally their turkey or otherwise, but we just took out the bulk of their team already, so we're done. There's trophy number 4. Alright, well, this wasn't the best of turns, so that's really gonna hurt, but at least we'll have better units moving forward very slightly. Really want an upgraded crocodile, but he's already up to 17 and 13. Plus he's gonna lob big damage at their monkey. This team's not gonna do so well for us, but that's okay. We knew we were gonna struggle with one of the teams along the way. Let's hope it was just that one. Okay, finally got some chocolate. So you're going to get a bigger boost every turn now. A snail would be fun to boost everything, but that's not really what I wanted. We're going to hold on to chocolate for a second. Oh, actually we're not. We're going to boost the monkey. That way our crocodile is going to get a mega boost. Aside from that, I'm just going to, I don't know, give that to you for now. Just because I want to spend something on something. So the crocodile gets a 7 +8/+8 boost. So provided I can survive for a few turns, that's going to help carry me. So you're going to come back for him, you're going to take him out, and the kitty cat.
For such a haywire team, this is actually doing it.
I'm probably going to put garlic on the crocodile instead, because this is just not really doing much of anything. We're going to freeze that in case we do find something nice. Might hold on to the pizza as well. It's really dangerous to have a mosquito this late in the game, but it is scaling, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. I could also put the tiger cub behind the crocodile to deal extra damage to the rear thing, but I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna go like that and hope for the best. My general tankiness will hopefully carry me through this a little ways. That scorpion's in a bad spot though. Snakes are also pretty annoying to deal with. but we managed to draw thanks to my mushrooms. Don't really want to upgrade the giraffe anymore. I just can't really be bothered. I could replace a giraffe, but the giraffe's going to scale. He scales, so that's a stupid idea. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to put the pear on the crocodile. We're going to like that so everything gets a boost. Then we're going to spin till we find something worthwhile. I did find a second tiger cub. I just don't really have anything that's worth firing twice on. The crocodile maybe, but then we got to sacrifice all that tankiness. So I'm going to freeze my meat and we'll just see how this goes. We took out their monkey, which doesn't mean much. He took us out, but then we took them out. I don't know why this team is as effective as it is this late in the game. We're already on turn 14. Normally we're getting destroyed by now. So we're going to give the penguin a bit of a boost, because if we can get him leveled up, that would be just fine by me. Not much going on here, so let's just go like that. One more level for the crocodile scale, and then we're probably going to swap him out for the mosquito to scale that one better. Or something entirely new if need be. We really need some melon armor, because we just lost our basically everything because of that. Melon armor, please. And that's pretty much all I want. We're going to give that to you. And then I'm going to... Oh, that was a third tiger. Oh, we still have a third tiger. That's not really going to work anyway because we get a boost out of that. But there's the armor we wanted. So let's save that and figure out how we want to do this. Because those two... I could get a level 2 tiger, so it's going to scale off basically everything. But then if it's in the front of the lineup, it's not going to boost anything. I'm really stupid and forgot to swap the mosquito out. That's going to cost me quite a bit. But at least we won't die to a stupid rhino that would run through our lineup. But the rest of their units are pretty strong, so we're in trouble. Considering the start we had though, that team made it pretty far and did surprisingly effectively. This one's off to a little bit better of a start. We're only on turn 3, but I already have a level 2 otter that's already boosted my mosquitoes up pretty nicely, so I'm going to throw a flamingo out front and hope for more otters. I think this time I do at least want to thin out my lineup just a little bit, so I'm going to throw a pig down because I'll get extra value out of him, and I'm going to throw an apple down on my mosquito to keep that going strong. And that's going to look like this when it comes to a battle. That's a really strong fish. We can at least match its quality, but it's going to be a draw ultimately. But good news, one roll later and we got ourselves a better otter, so I'm actually going to put those together. I'm going to throw some meat on you. I'm probably actually going to sell you, which seems like a strange choice, but I want the boost to go to either, well, hopefully the mosquito. Perfect. Then we throw a fish down just for some value, and we freeze this one for later, and you for later, and you for later. So we already have a 9/9 mosquito that's going to get boosted by the flamingo, who's hopefully going to kill whatever's in front of him. But this is all a theory until it actually happens. But we kind of had the same idea there. 10/8 mosquito is going to definitely do some damage, and we're good.
Well, this could be the one.
Now I just need a little bit of luck. The mosquito becomes 10/10. I'm going to throw a swan down because I need that money value. And hopefully we get something here. We'll probably do a honey badger at some point. The fish is kind of a placeholder for now. I'm going to throw that down anyway just to give some value there, because if I level up that fish one more, it boosts everything else. Then hopefully the team I built can carry us through. That's going to hurt everything, but that's going to hurt them also. So it's another draw. So instead of the fish, I'm going to change strategies really hard because we're going to do that. And then we're going to get a melon armor mosquito, which is very strong right now. On top of that, we're going to put a badger at the back. We're going to freeze that for a second. And depending on what we get, we're going to put garlic armor or honey on something. Garlic armor it is onto you. Kind of wish I'd won more matches by now. The team is okay so far. I wouldn't call it a superstar, but it's definitely serviceable. That's a lot of damage down the end, so I think the badger might have to clean up a little bit for us on this one. Now we're starting to get somewhere a little bit. I don't really want the flamingo anymore. We're going to put you on to start doing some scaling. I'm going to boost you. I'm going to boost you. Wish I had some honey for that stupid badger though. We'll save you. We'll maybe save you. And that's it for this turn. Didn't really make a lot of improvements there, unfortunately. I'm just hoping my super mosquito can carry us through a little bit. It's definitely wrecking the first part of their team, and that team is also in a transitional phase. So we're going to throw that down just to make everything better, and then we're going to get a honey badger. I wish its stats were slightly higher. But every turn now, my mosquito and otter are getting a boost, and the melon armor definitely saved me against that hippo, which would have obliterated everything in a big way. But honey badger. Because we don't seem to find another swan, I'm actually going to remove that money value and throw a dolphin down. We're going to boost the mosquito a little more because he's my carry for now. The penguin's going to give those guys a bigger boost, so we'll save this. There's the swan I needed a moment ago, and we'll also take that, and we're going to take a big risk here. But this could actually be a lot of fun. So these two both get +2/+2 every turn, so they're going to scale really hard. And I got another stupid mosquito. I didn't really mean to do that, but here we are. So you're going to kill those two. We're going to have some annoying sheep to deal with, and we won, but only barely. So I'm just going to do this, as much as that really kind of pains me right now. But that makes everything that much stronger. We're going to throw the otter down. He's going to boost the badger, which is fine. Don't really want any of those. You, I might. So things like we could buy a swan straight up now for 9 and 6, or a crocodile for 14 and 7. Since I'm happy with my team, I'm going to scale this store instead. Sometimes this works. Sometimes this is an absolute disaster. That's a really annoying summoning team, so I wish I had a rhino right now. Yeah, we're not going to survive this. It was close though. Okay, so since we can go like that, I'm going to replace probably the badger with you, because you're getting pretty strong. We're going to throw some garlic armor on you, and we're going to keep spinning until we hopefully get something worth our time. But at least now I'm throwing out lots of damage before anything even happens, so we're going to take out their fish at least. We got one of the units down before the fight even started, and we should have the power to get through all this. Especially thanks to my... never mind. That hit harder than I thought. Oh, it's nothing a little old upgrade won't solve. We'll throw that down just to give something a boost. And we'll also give probably the crocodile a boost. I feel like I'm going to like the crocodile a lot this time. And because I'm missing out on a lot of scaling. So we took out their swan. I would have loved to take out their turkey instead, but they might have placed that in that spot intentionally. So this one is also not going to go our way because of this stupid turkey. Well, we got another one of those, so we might lay that down just to make the shop idiots a little stronger. There's some monkeys that we could also utilize. And I think we're going to. We're going to lay both of those down right there to scale whatever's in front, which is pretty much just going to be the mosquito at this point because we're already round 13. I'm hoping that sacrifice is worth it. Okay, this time it's going to work because I took out their turkey, which is a big part of their team. We're still in a little bit of danger, but not nearly as much as we would have been otherwise. And we lost.
Darn, darny, darn!
The very next game, we're off to another pretty good start. There's a level 2 otter who's boosting up the fish in a big way, and we've got a few mosquitoes to put up behind that. No more otters, but we're going to get a better fish, and then it's all going to scale really nicely. So that fish should be able to eliminate at least the first few idiots, and then the otter, and then the mosquito, and there we go. 2 games, 2 victories to start. Plus this will be good, because I can put you there, then I can do you here, and you're going to level up everything there. Plus we got scaling already too. So this one is going to be a very good start. And I think we're probably going to win this one. I'd be surprised if we didn't. We're going to hit them with a bunch of mosquito power. We're going to take out their strong idiot, and then we still had 3 full mosquitoes left. 3 games, 3 victories. So we also have an otter, so we're going to put all those together. A pufferfish also isn't bad, but we're going to put you there. Hopefully you go onto the... Whoops, you were supposed to stack. Seriously, it moved out of the way. I would have got a bigger bonus, whatever. You go there, you go there. We're going to stack you and maybe put a pufferfish on the rear end. Instead of that, let's just make the fish a little stronger. We only need 4 units to make this work. Plus that mosquito will launch 2 damage at the beginning of the battle, so we'll see how this goes. We got a long ways, but a summoning build is a pretty good counter to what I've just built. But it's a draw at least. There are 2 snails that I would like to save potentially for our loss, which is probably coming soon with the way I'm playing. But here's a fun one I do sometimes. Put a giraffe behind a giraffe. This will scale that, that'll scale that, and later you just combine these anyway. What's not to like? So we'll maybe just go like that, and we'll throw some honey on you for now just in case, and off we go. And no, that doesn't make a lot of sense, but who's counting anyway? We're going to kill you, we're going to kill you, you're definitely going to die, you're also going to die. That's a pretty strong dog. I didn't really realize that before. We actually lost that one. I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't think that was going to happen that soon. But now everything there can get a boost unless we want to swap something out for a camel, which we don't. So you go there, big boost, you go there, another big boost. We're going to hold that, hopefully get another snail. We didn't get a snail, but we're going to give you garlic armor. So the team's pretty strong now. The fish is up to 16 and 5. Everything's almost at 10-10 now with excluding the snail. And even with all of that, the fish took out most of their team and the giraffe finished them off. Victory 4. I got another snail now. It'd be kind of fun to just build up a snail at the rear end too, because as soon as we lose, he's going to give everyone a bigger boost. I've never tried that before, so it's probably a bad idea, so I'm going to do it. We did also get a penguin though. He's going to give a boost to pretty much everyone, so the snail thing is already a bad strategy. And given how strong everyone is already, I'm just going to go like this. That way the shop can kind of keep up, because now if I want to bring a skunk in, he's already 7-7 without any touches. But everyone's going to get a boost here. I feel like this team's already pretty self-sufficient considering what stage of the game we're in, because my fish is pretty much going to destroy their entire team. Hey, look at that. We have another otter to put on there. Should I make him stronger first? How we doing overall as a team? Pretty good. So you go there. Oh, and it went straight to the fish. Perfect. That only gives a +2 bonus though. I thought it would be a little more. But there's my second skunk. So pretty soon I can put the skunks in there to replace the mosquito. Actually, I'm going to do that now because he can knock off a third of the health of something in front of me. We'll hopefully get a level 2 skunk so the penguin can boost him too. Also, I'm going to take the parrot because the otter's probably going to replace at some point. So it could be basically 2 skunks in a row attacking, which does a lot of damage. I will start to lose to teams though that had things like monkeys on them because monkey scale so damn hard. But this team didn't have a monkey. It had other things, but we decimated them. Well, seeing as the fish is able to pretty well carry the team and the parrot isn't too far off, I'm going to do something risky here. I keep taking risks today and it's not paying off. But now we basically have 2 skunks doing lots of damage. We're even going to put some garlic armor on the skunk. Then we're going to give the fish a boost. End turn. So let's see how this goes. We're going to take 33% off the top 2 on their team. So that actually helped me out in a big way. The fish did most of the work. The rest of the team will pick up the slack. Victory number 7. So now the skunk is going to take 66% damage off of the strongest one. He's also going to start to scale. The giraffe has long since run its course, so now we're going to have a leopard in the way, unless we can upgrade the leopard a little bit before laying it down. We can't, but we can get it definitely closer to getting on the scaling program. What a weird assortment of a team. I could also put the parrot behind the leopard. Later on that will swap, but if that's confusing to you, it's also confusing to me, so it doesn't have to make sense. But let's see these idiots in action. Okay, we took the armor off him, which is actually not helpful because, yep. But actually, we managed to draw out of all that. And there's my beloved snake. I was looking through my victories. I have more snakes on winning teams than any other unit. I just realized my team's kind of fragile overall. I need them scaling better, but I also need, well, pretty much any kind of help I can get. There we go. There's the next. So we put you there. We put the leopard there. Now you're going to scale with everyone else. We're going to keep you just in case. And we're going to keep you. It is only turn 11 right now. So we're not going to run into crazy strong teams. But we could run into pretty strong teams. I'm just hoping my skunk and leopard can really start to tear some of these teams down for me. Kind of like that. Alright, so far so good. That was a team in transition. In 2 turns, that team would have wrecked me. But for now, I got him. But every turn though too, this leopard is going to do more and more damage, which is great because we're really wrecking their teams. They don't really even have a chance to get rolling before I steamroll them. Hey, wouldn't you know it? The penguin's now level 2, the parrot is now level 2, so this is going to attack twice basically. Twice at level 2, so we're dishing out, well, let's call it 34 damage before the fight even starts. That's a lot of damage. Plus, the skunk is going to knock 2/3 of the health off something, so this is an interesting team. I really like this, and we've got 7 lives left, so we can still be pretty stupid and get away with it. I think this team is boned. I think I'm going to roll right through this team fairly easily. Yep. So that was kind of unexpected, but what an effective, weird little team. Nothing there was obscenely strong, but the leopard with the parrot and the skunk just decimates a team before the fight even starts. And it only lost 1 battle the entire time, I think. I'll take it. I think we can all agree that you could never have too many upgrades. And currently we only have 1 little upgrade. It's a mining brown things. But that's just the beginning of our little adventure. Because we've mined a total of 172, we can start the next process, the upgrade furnace. And it's producing ice cream bars. Ice cream bars by weapon production. Weapon production means profit. And as things mine, they level up, which gives us further production. We've already made $33. Then of course, because we're producing weapons, which gives us money, we can roll that back into our initial base resources to upgrade those. Now we'll produce those faster than ever, which gives us more orange bars faster than ever, which gives us more ice cream bars faster than ever, which gives us more weapons.
getting a stomach ache.
We're already making 7 coins per tick. So we'll give this guy an upgrade to level 10. These guys are already at level 10 with the exception of this one. Everyone's level 10. And we're quickly stockpiling resources, so let's see if we can get everything up to level 13 then. Every level up gets us 1 extra income per tick. I decided it would be wise to save up 1,000 resources, that way we can actually upgrade our things to get second furnaces. They do start at level 0, but we're going to increase our production big time by having these. And I also need to make these hit level 25 because they're going to start getting better smelting. Now that I have a second furnace, I can get away with that. And to get the third furnaces is going to be a few minutes. They take 25,000 each. But with our exponential growth, it might not actually be that bad. Then I'm going to bring my secondary furnaces all the way up to level 10 just because that's pretty cheap to do and will give us lots of income. Then it's just a matter of waiting till we have the resources to get these guys to 25. It feels like it's been about 5 minutes and we're already making 30 something gold per tick. I have a feeling that's going to be more like 3 billion within a few hours. And I just realized this mining growth thing over here actually refers to both of my mine levels. So if they're between them, both level 25, that'll be 50, which is needed for the upgrade. I don't know what the upgrade is, but let's upgrade this basic mine for now. There's 25, there's 25, there's 25. That's definitely pushed our income levels very high, so I'm going to go ahead and buy as many of these as I can on our secondary furnaces, and that's going to push our income ever higher. And eventually we're going to be able to mine iron ore and smelt iron ingots and make better weapons, and I'm very excited for that moment. There's 24 on the secondaries. Look at the experience bars, they're basically there. So we'll go 25, 25, 25. I expected something a little more dramatic to happen.
Connection terminated.
But it did help our income. We're getting more like 100 of every resource per tick. Okay, I'm starting to see how it works now. You need to get these to level 50. Cumulatively, if they hit level 50, you get this bonus. If you get an individual one to level 50, you get the other stuff. So it's a game of click and wait. Couple levels, then we wait. And it's not actually going to take us that long now to get the 25,000 we need for the third mines. And I didn't realize I could actually be buying these things over here, increase the amount of ore mined by 2 times. So these are actually really big bonuses that I wish I found earlier, because it's not going to be hard for me to afford these things because I'm making pretty much this much stuff instantly. And our income just started going up stupidly quick because some things are getting double bought. So I'm just going to keep saving up. Money is clearly what we need, the gold coins. But once I have 4,100, I'm going to buy these, increase profits from weapon sales by 2 times. That doubles our money output. And same with the ingots. We're going to get double for both of those, but let's take money for now because money's going to help us buy more upgrades. This one by itself increases weapon selling speed by 5%. 5% by itself doesn't sound like much, but when I sell something every second, that's going to add up to billions over a short amount of time. The last one is smelting for the ingots, and look what our resources have done while I was spending a bit of gold. That one's enough to get our third furnace. We're pretty soon at enough to have one for ingots. The furnaces after that cost $5 million, so we're definitely getting some progress. But while we're waiting for everything to catch up, we're definitely going to bring these up probably to level 25 before we run out of money. And that's going to be a lot of extra income again. Yeah, look at our money go now. I thought it was cool when we hit 100 per second. Now it's closer to 1,000 per second, especially once we buy a third mine and start upgrading it. We could probably click pretty much this quickly and we're still going to make more money than we're spending. Okay, now that everything's level 25 nice and evenly, I'm going to try and upgrade the original things to get to level 50 because that's when we get new stuff. And new stuff is very important when you're staring at the same 3 things for a long time. It's only been a few minutes, but I feel like I've already spent long years staring at blue bars, slowly filling up and then starting again. But if I start to feel restless, I can do something crazy like bring the other ones up to level 30 or close to it. Every upgrade's getting pretty expensive, but every upgrade's going to help us make that much more money. The costs are now into the about 10,000 per upgrade, over 10,000 now. So once I hit the goals over here, I think these are what turns into the upgrades on this page. So I need to get, my mines in total to level 100, etc. I couldn't help but notice things have slowed down a little bit. I've mostly been sitting here staring at the screen for a few minutes and I can only buy a few upgrades. So the only solution is going to be buying more upgrades. We're up to level 45 on pretty much all of the originals. But I think it would be wise to also upgrade these guys as well. Because the closer they're going to get, the more it's going to help, and they scale it the same. If I buy one of these, it's an extra 1. If I buy one of these, it's an extra 1, so I might as well buy the cheapies for now. Plus, I just don't feel alive unless I'm actively clicking on something. I kind of wish there was something somewhere that actually showed your income per second, but you can see it's getting pretty big.
That's what she said.
It's got to be pretty close to 1,000 coins per second right now. But we are getting pretty close to level 50. These guys are all up to 46 at least. Time to see if all this waiting has been worth it. Level 50, level 50, level 50. that actually put the income levels way up. They were at 300 and something before, now they're 816. So we're gonna make a stupid amount of money stupidly fast. And we're gonna need it because I need to go another 10 levels each on all of these, so I need to get everything to level 50 to get these upgrades. So I guess we'll just keep clicking until something new happens. I've got the secondary furnaces up to level 45, but I unlock new upgrades. Increase ingot smelting 5%, increase mining ore 5%. This is the big one I want, increases profit from weapon sales by 2 times. That's basically going to make this number go twice as quickly, and it's already moving pretty quick. So we hit that, and yep, we're making 5,000, 4,000 per second, which is good because we're going to need that money to buy the rest of the upgrades, which basically increases weapon selling speed by another 5% and then increases the smelting by double. I like to wait for 30 seconds and I have $270,000. So there's 5% speed, double the output, which means getting the secondary furnaces to level 50 probably not going to be as hard as it was a minute ago. I got these ones up to 48 almost instantly. These ones are 46 because we're spending that money, but we've got big resource income. All right, it's time to look at some new upgrades. So these are both up to level, almost level 50. It's going to take just a second to get that extra 10,000 resources, but it's that quick now. So that should have unlocked something new here. Reduces the cost of furnace by 5%. And again, that's one that doesn't seem huge, but 5% for every stupid upgrade we're going to buy, that's going to add up to big numbers. And these only cost 8,300 each for the 5% reduction. We have 370, soon to be 380,000 coins, so that's easy. Speaking of which, we'd better get our original thing all the way up to level 50 on both accounts. We need another 35,000 here, but by the time I'm done saying this, we're pretty much going to be there. I just love upgrades so much. And we're going to reduce the cost of the mines by 5%. I think my favorite part about these really expensive upgrades now is this will increase the income from 1.6 thousand to 1.6 thousand. But the next one will bring it up to 1.7 thousand, so they are making a bit of a difference. You just gotta buy a lot of them. Okay, not only did I realize I can actually watch ads to increase my speed for a little bit, I can physically change the resources that I'm mining if I want to. So I think I'm gonna do that because that's actually gonna unlock a lot of new upgrades I didn't have access to before. Like I've already got a new one, increase weapon selling speed by another 5%. That's overall weapons, that's gonna be huge. So I definitely need to work my way across and get a little bit of everything going. Because yeah, now look at it go. Look at all these new things we're going to have, which means more stuff here. Increase smelting speed by another 5%, increase mining speed by 5%. Plus we've already made ourselves a millionaire in basically all the resources. There's another increase weapon selling speed by 5% and increase weapon selling speed by 5% and increase ore mining speed by 5% and increase weapon selling speed by 5%. That one costed 400 grand, so that wasn't cheap, but it's kind of fun doing it this way. I've got so much money now that as soon as these become available, I can buy them. There's another weapon selling speed by 5%, so these guys are going to get faster and faster. Then when I run out of materials, I can actually swap over to the next one, which is going to be aluminum, and we can make aluminum ingots. And I can actually go to the better version of weapons, which increase their income by a considerable amount really. And that helped us get us to things like increase weapon selling speed by 5%. That does cost 7 million, so we're going to wait a little bit on that one. But here's weapon selling speed for 270,000. Increase smelting speed by 5%, increase ingot smelting by 5%, and increase ore mining speed by 5%. But our income levels are climbing. We're up to probably about $10,000 per second. It looks like to push further, we're going to have to get everything over level 100. So we need to smelt aluminum at level 100 or better. So that means I've got to start spending some of my money to get my furnaces up to level 100 if I can. 75 would even be a pretty good start. Well, things seem to have slowed down to the point where there's only one obvious choice. Basically just gonna upgrade everything as much as I can, then let it run all night and hopefully nothing lights on fire too badly. So I guess we'll find out what 12 hours of progress looks like. It's actually been about 12 hours and we have about 4.5 million of everything. I did expect to have a lot more of things considering we can only buy a few upgrades of some things. Like we can really only buy 2 upgrades. And it's been 12 hours. I mean, we can upgrade the other furnaces if we want to. So for now, I guess we'll just go ahead and do that as evenly as we can, and then we'll see where that's going to leave us off. Right about here. We're still making money pretty quickly, but considering we need millions and millions and millions to get anywhere, it's still going to be a little bit. It's been another several hours, and we've only really saved up another few million, we can get an entire nether mine if we want, which probably is what we should do because it's not going to be hard to level them up at least a little bit to get them going into some kind of productivity, considering the first upgrade is 9 gold and I have 1.1 million. So I'm going to start buying in the 10s just so we can get to where we're going a little bit quicker. And I'm just going to go all in on these for a second, and they're already up to level 40 and 50, and that pushed my production way up. The next ones are going to cost 100 million, so it's going to take a moment to get there. But these over here are starting to move a little bit, so I might be able to work with those to get the upgrades we need. These are expensive, but we can make this kind of money fairly quickly. And I'm not sure what kind of upgrades these are going to do, but there's got to be something that's going to help, and I only need 12 levels for that one. That shouldn't be that hard to do. So I think after purchasing these two, we probably get a new upgrade. Unless I misread this, I thought it said 98 out of 100 on all of these. So we don't actually get new upgrades, but we do get cumulatively to level 100. But since we're at kind of a slow point, I can actually prestige, and I would get 220 prestige points, which would increase my income by 220%, which is obviously a lot. And because I'm tired of just sitting here waiting for hours and hours and hours, let's do this. We're going to start fresh, but we're going to get so much more money. So that means as soon as I spend my first $10 on the mine, we're making considerably more than we were before. 223% more to be exact. So now it's just a buying frenzy. I've been playing for all of 10 seconds, but my income is already up to 16. Oh, plus we can give ourselves a little boost. There we go. The income is tripled, so we're already making like 60 gold per tick, and that's going to go up even quicker now. So this is much quicker than it was last time. We're making, I believe, 6.5 times as much money as we were the first time, which means we can also buy some of the upgrades. They're still a little bit expensive, but the ones that are $500 are certainly doable. I think we best put the upgrades on to level 10 for now, but we're also going to buy new mines for everyone because we can get those to level 10. And already our income is going up incredibly quick. I had to put the levels back down to number 1 because we quickly caught up with our income again. But there's level 32, there's level 32, there's level 33. This is the part that feels very satisfying because we're basically making money faster than we can spend it. It just keeps coming in. We keep having green things to click on, which makes our income go up even quicker. And I'm still waiting on a lot of 75 plus level items, but we'll get there quicker because look at all that extra income. Since we have $15,000 and we're making $1,000 per second, we might as well buy some more of these, whatever we can afford. Then by the time I'm done all of that, we could buy more of these, but I'm also going to buy more furnaces of every kind. Even then, by the time I'm done purchasing all these, we're already ready to go for the next round, so we're just going to keep clicking and clicking and clicking, and this feels good. Already we're back up to 100,000 of everything. Before, it took quite a while to get here, and it took a long time before we got into the millions, but we're not far away from millions at this point. It's basically to sit here and wait for things to turn green, which doesn't take long at all. We just keep clicking on whatever is green first, like whack-a-mole. Whack-a-ore. Already we're hitting level 50 on a lot of these, and our income is obviously considerably higher again. Yeah, just like that, I have 9 separate things, all level 50, and our income is going up by tens of thousands per second. And we can double our production again, so we can increase the amount of ore mined by 2. This one is for ironing it, so I don't really care. We can reduce the cost of things by 5%. That only costs $136,000, which is just that easy. Not only did we do all of that, but we can also increase the profits of weapon sales by 2 times. So these are at 5.9 thousand. If we do that, 12,000. So we're making money twice as quick now, which means we can go back to upgrading everything we want because we're already back into the millions, and that happened almost instantly. It seemed instant. I just really like the way we mine the millions of things so very quickly now. And if we want a prestige, we can already do another 57% extra income. I stepped away for a quick minute, and look at that, we've got enough for more mines. And then because our income is so high, I can buy 50 levels instantly, 60 levels even for things that don't require gold. And that's actually higher than everything else's level anyways, so we accidentally pushed this 4th mine higher than the others. But we're making like 300,000 gold per second. Maybe not quite that much, but you get the idea. It's very high. After waiting just a few minutes, I've saved up over 10 million of everything, and that really didn't take long. And I can also buy things like growth, which will reduce the cost of things by 5%, which is actually quite a lot. Then I can just go back to simply buying again and making ever more money. I am already back to the point where upgrades are simply costing over $1 million. But if I prestige right now, I'll get 314 extra percent. that's huge. And look at how quickly it's still going up. Well, as much fun as it is making income this quickly, back up to millions, I think it's time to prestige again because we're going to get 370% extra bonus. Why wouldn't we do that? So we've gone ahead and started again. So one level is going to get me 7. We're making 7 times as much as where we started. So I feel like things are going to escalate again very quickly. We'll be able to just buy everything we want pretty much instantly. Things are going to be green for quite a while. I mean, I can already afford the next mines. I'm just going to put things in multiples of 10 for a little bit because I can probably get away with that. I'm not even sure what I just bought, but I'm already making thousands of dollars per second, and that's only going to go up in a big hurry. It's been like 2 minutes, literally, and I'm already making like $100,000 a second. So this one's going to get big quick. And I didn't even realize everything's back to about level 50 again already. That took no time at all. So we're already at the point where I can spend 5 million on everything to buy a whole bunch more everything. You get the idea, and already we can boost those up to level 50 without breaking a sweat. And even level 60. Because look at how quickly that money's going up. Each one of these is 100,000. There's another 100,000. There's another 100 and another 100. But to reduce costs by another 5%, they're going to cost $37 million each. Little expensive. Starting to get back to the point where things are getting pretty expensive. To buy 10 levels of this is 12 million. To buy 10 levels of this is 14 million. So an individual upgrade after that is going to cost $2 million. Luckily, I'm filthy rich, so we're up to 71 here. But we're also about to hit another 10 levels for these guys, which puts us to 74. We're 1 away from the elusive 75. It's going to cost us $6 million to get there. But we have a few getting pretty close to 75 at this point. 74, 74, 74. And in fact, we make money at such a ridiculous speed that there's level 75 in the copper, which means now we can start to do level 75 plus challenges, obviously. But look at the difference. When things hit level 75, they double their income. So you're getting doubled and you're getting doubled. So if I can get all of these to level 75, suddenly our income goes bananas. We can already upgrade this one again. All right, we're ready to go with the second copper mine. That's now level 75. That's income has doubled. Same with this first furnace. Its income doubled, and the weapon creator doubled. Well, now that we're up to many hundreds of thousands per second, I think that's a good time to let it rest and sit for a few weeks, and then we'll see what happens to it. Today I'm going to harness the incredible power of YouTube to get 10 billion subscribers. And it all starts naturally with a cat video, which is going to take a full 5 minutes unless I assault my iPad. Today's video is sponsored, so thank you to the game devs for letting me break their game like this. Now, will my 5-minute cat video be a hit? Will our 40 subscribers like it? Trendiness right now is great. So that earned us 81 subs and 140 views. Make more videos to win. Then I just need to go through and like all the comments and dislike the ones that aren't very nice, like go home. I've also named my channel YouTube to give myself an unfair advantage. My first 2 videos have gone viral with 120 and 140 views. The sky is the limit. Then I'm going to reinvest all my earnings so far into a better notebook. It only costs a few dollars per upgrade so far, and we've got lots to spend. And before more, we need to get 100,000 views. So let's stick to what we know particularly well, gameplay. My video will take 30 minutes, which is way longer than I spend in videos in real life. I got a little impatient and hired a professional vlogging crew, and we're done. So the trendiness right now hopefully is something amazing. It was featured on the main page. We got 860 views and 727 subscribers. We're going straight to the top. And because of that, we've got $2,000 to spend. Before doing that, I've got to answer some more comments. So let's reinvest those profits, and now we have a level 26 notebook, and we can still go higher. But this is also maxed out, so that should be 500 subscribers per video. So let's go back to the well. Cat video it is. This one's gonna take a lot longer despite the fact we have upgraded equipment because we're putting more quality into our videos. So I'm gonna work so hard I set myself on fire and hire a vlogging crew. But that's gonna get us done basically instantly. But the moment of truth, was this actually a good idea to go back to cats? Your subscribers loved your new video, but the topic wasn't viral. That's okay, we got the views, we got the subscribers. But we got some kind of cat gift, so we're going straight to the top. Wall of Fame, 1,000 subscribers. We get a plaque. We got like a wooden play button, that's great. I think the one we're really looking for is maybe up here somewhere, 10 million, 25, 50, 200 million subscribers. That's the dream. And now we're going to work on some marketing. We're going to tell mom's friends what we're doing. That way we'll get some extra views. The same way I do it. I love telling your mom how cool I am. This does actually increase the views per second. So why would we not max that out? 5 views per second automatically now. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. Update channel style. The YouTube channel is going all the way up. So we're going to get that one. Now we're making 15 views per second. All right, let's take a turn. We're going to go traveling. We're going to spend a lot of money taking a plane adventure. I should probably hire a crew because I have no idea how to make a travel video. I just like lighting myself on fire like that. So let's publish and see how we did. Is travel popular right now? It looks like it might be. You made another viral video. There's 1,500 views and 1,000 subs. We're also going to make stories because apparently that's a big deal. And then we're going to buy one more update channel style. But now we're making 32 subs per second. I kind of forgot I should be upgrading some of my stuff as well. Do I have 3,000 subscribers yet? I sure do. I really could just sit here and upgrade this because I'm making enough money right now to continually upgrade things, and this is going to make each video a little bit better. It's all about that hard work, but I want to do another video now that we've upgraded again. Let's try fun. Who doesn't like fun? I really should just film lighting myself on fire. I think that could go viral all by itself.
Or better yet, lighting other people on fire.
So how did our fun video do? It looks also pretty good. Fun is always trending, let's be honest. So that was worth almost 3,000 views and almost 3,000 subs plus 200 viral points. So next I'm going to tell more of my mom's friends, and she's got a lot of them because I want my passive views to go way up. So we're at about 46 per second, which means I should be touching this one and then maybe also touching this one. We're going to run out of money soon, but we're going to make it all back. Look how big my office is though. There'd be so many echoes in there. Did we get our cat video right? Not overly. Not every video will be a huge hit, that's for sure. But we got some views, viral points, and subscribers. So let's reinvest some of these views into more subscribers per video. Can we get all the way to the end? We cannot. That's okay because with our leftover money, we're going to get an extra 2 views per second passively. But if we hit a good video, we can get up to 10,000 subs. Let's try food. That was fast. Time really flies when you light yourself on fire. How did our food video do? It looks like we made it about coffee, and coffee's never a bad idea.
It could be much better than it is.
There's lots of views, tons of subscribers. We broke 10,000 subs, so it's time for a celebration. And we get a plaque that looks like it's made out of a coffee cup. But I think I need more passive views, so we're going to buy some of these and then some of these. And then we're all the way up to 78 views per second. I'm also going to spend 225 views on obnoxious fruit, which is going to help each and every video do a little bit better. Also maybe a webcam, that way people can watch me. People love watching me. Alright, well there it is. People have more stuff to look at. They can watch me and my weird pineapple. It's what I've always dreamed of for a YouTube channel. We're also going to buy a frog clock because why wouldn't we? And I'm really liking these passive views because I basically sit here and wait, and by the time I'm ready to do anything, I'm ready to get more upgrades. We also have a mysterious collar. I want that one. Golden hand. Basically that helps me tap. Anyways, it's time for a new video, especially now that we've got everything going on. Dog video it is, you've talked me into it. I love how I can make just a video about pretty much anything and have it do pretty well. Never mind, dogs aren't that fun apparently. We still got lots of views and subs, considering that was a bad video, but we're not doing dogs for a while. So in total we've had 55,000 views. Food has been viral, whatever that is has been viral, cats have been viral. I think we really just need more passive views. I'm going to spend all of my money getting whatever that gives us. 92 per second now. And for only 3,300 views, we can get lighting. And that didn't take long because the views are pretty much making themselves at this point. I think another food video is in order. I don't really know how to make food, but I do know how to eat food. Alright, how did we do this time? That's looking pretty good. This should be a good video. It was a huge hit. It went viral. 10,000 views, 9,000 subs. So I might as well buy some plain wallpaper to make the backdrop a little nicer. That costs $11,000, but that's expensive. But look how professional we're looking already at only 27,000 subs. So let's make some stories for only 2,000. That's going to climb quickly, but we're now over 100 views per second passively. 106. That's going to add up very quickly. Then we get to choose whatever this is. I also have a task to respond to 30 comments correctly, so let's see if I can manage. Green equals green, green equals green, and red equals red. That was a confidence boost I needed today. Okay, how did our first music video go? Not very well. We're still getting views, we're still getting subscribers, but we're no musician. But I'm also seeing lots of comments about food and cats and game videos, so I know what I'm going to make next. I'm not even going to do any upgrades, we're just going to make a food video right away. Come on, big views. The people wanted it, they asked for it, they get it. That looks like a good one. That looks like a super good one. 15,000 views, 9,000 subscribers. We're getting so close to 50,000 subs. And we get a mystery phone call. That doesn't look like a good thing at all. Lose 50% of views per second for 5 minutes. Well, luckily we can kind of remedy that by upping our views per second. Every time we click on this, we get an extra 5 views per second. So that's going to help balance it out. 70 views per second. That'll be 140 once we're done with our little punishment. Plus, we were invited to a vlogger convention in town and got 2,500 views for that for some reason. While I'm waiting for my punishment to be over, I'm going to make more gameplay videos because people are asking about that a lot. This should be a big one unless the comment section lied to me, but my comment section would never ever lie. They might have actually lied a little bit. Nice video. People seem to have liked it. Thank you, comment section. You got what you wanted and it was tepidly successful. We got a nice gift, but maybe food videos really just are my thing. There's 50,000 subscribers though, so we got like a cherry wood play button. But I got like 50,000 subscribers in 20 minutes, so I think I'm doing something right. And because we have 50,000 subscribers, we get box deliveries, which I assume is people sending me stuff, and that's very nice of them. One avatar piece, and one... Oh, we get views in a box. Is that how that works in real life? Can someone send me views in a box, please? But aside from that, I've got 39,000 views to spend, which is the perfect amount for a desk microphone. That's going to give me a lot of extra views per video and subscribers. And then as far as passive views are concerned, well, we'll just give them a few extras. We're still on our punishment though. The people want another food video. As far as I can tell, we're just going to give them a food video. And the $1 million question, did we make a good choice? That's looking pretty good. We need that big red bar. What's featured on the main page. There's 10,000 subs, 30,000 views. And since we're up to 50,000 views to spend, we're going to probably sell some shirts. We can get a few more of these upgrades, and that's bringing us very quickly up the food chain. We're now making 170 views per second passively. And I saw a lot of people wanting games, we're going to give them gameplay. And the comments were right. Another amazing viral video, 31,000 views, 10,000 subs. And then we get to spend our views on getting more views passively, and then we sit back and wait and let the money roll in. Looks like I'm officially a gaming channel. That's all the people want to see, gaming and food. And I'm okay with that because I rather like both. And again, the people are right. It pays to listen to those comments. 31,000 views, 10,000 subs. But those still feel like amateur numbers. We need to do much better. I want 1 billion views per video. But I've only got 53,000 views to spend. I need more. So we're gonna go for another cat video. Alright, well this is why we don't guess and make videos. Cats are always popular, except for today. Okay, I'm saying a lot about games again. Let's just do gameplay videos. They're safe. They're obviously going to give me the views I need. Trendiness right now, very, very high. 30,000 views, 10,000 subs, that put us over 100,000 subscribers overall, and that's a big milestone. We're going to get some kind of play button, a silver one. A few minutes later, we have 180,000 to spend. 113,000 of which we're going to spend on a figure shelf, because that's going to get us an extra 26,000 views per video and 580 subs. Then let's upgrade that desk microphone one more time for more views and subs, and then we're going to work our way backwards. This is going to help each individual video be a little better. So if I was reading the comments correctly, they want more gameplay. Alright, looks like we did it again. Gameplay was a huge hit, 112,000 views. We're getting over 100,000 views per video, as long as it's a good one now. But we're going to make a food video because there's lots of food comments. Come on, I need the views. I'm addicted to views, so we can spend them on more views. 112,000, 15,000 subs. That definitely gave us some money. We have almost enough for a chroma key, which is going to get us an extra 52,000 views per video. But since we're not quite there yet, let's get our passive viewing up. We're going to buy a few of these, and that's going to add a lot per second. But I also just realized these are a lot cheaper for considerably similar results. Anyways, after touching a bunch of things, we're up to 257 views per second passively. The comments were a little unclear what people want. There was a few for games. We're going to give them games. It should be at least decent. And if it's not, I'm turning comments off forever because they're lying to me. Oh, good news, we get to keep having comments. So that's going to be a big view video, 112,000 views, 15,000 subs, 200 viral points. We're maybe going to spend that on a few upgrades here. That's actually going to add to a lot of extra views per video. Even this one, we should have been doing these a while ago. I was just too antsy for my passive income. But now we'll be up to 76,000 views per video at 10,000 subs. 160,000 views, 21,000 subs, that's a new record. Made a few little upgrades, so we're going to get 150,000 views per video now. But we're also going to need a little bit more passive income. So we're going to buy a few of those and then a whole bunch of those until we run out of money, which doesn't take long because things are expensive. But we're getting almost 300 views per second. Comments were again unclear, but gameplay videos are at 2 stars, so we're going to go for gameplay. It's all we know at this point. And I think we did a pretty good job. That's a big red bar. That's 339,000 views. That's a really good one. 25,000 subs. We're going to be at 1 million subs before you know it. We need more views for more stuff. Food video it is. And that was a pretty good guesstimate because that's going to be a lot of views again. Another 324,000. That means I could definitely afford a chroma key, which is going to add an extra 52,000 views per video. Plus I can upgrade the figure shelf not once but twice. So 260,000 views per video at its base, more if it's a good one. Look at our nice green screen we have now, we're so professional. It's either going to be food or games, we're going with food. And another superstar video. We're very good at just doing whatever the people tell us to do. 560,000 views though, that's escalating very fast. And we got an achievement for 250,000 subs. I didn't even notice, we're just so caught up in the grind. And as it turns out, there's more rooms to our house, so we can actually add things like a pool for fairly cheap, a berries garden, a ukulele if we want to. The torch seems kind of nice. That would add 52,000 views per video all by itself. But we really need to stick to our office where we're going to get lots of views and subscribers because that's what it takes to be successful. Before we make one more video, let's upgrade our desk microphone twice. And then we're going to go with a gameplay video. It's only our 26th video, but we're getting it figured out very quickly because this one's going to give us, well, it's not going to be overly good, but it's 525,000 views, so I won't complain with that. 23,000 subs. When in doubt, just double down, just keep doing it. See, that worked. We just had to make a better video. That's 722,000 views, so we're getting close to the big million per video. That also means I've got 1.4 million to spend on upgrades. We can't quite afford the clapperboard yet. So we'll just keep making videos. At this point, we'll get views on anything, so who cares about quality? Just like any big YouTuber. But even shooting in the dark, we're doing pretty well. And now we get the clapperboard. That's going to take our views and subs way up again. If I was reading the good people right, they want cat videos. But I have been wrong before, and I certainly was this time. We still got 800,000 views though, so that's really not complainable. The pug cost 10 million views just to buy, so we're going to upgrade our clapperboard before that, but that's still going to give me like another 33% increase to views, which is absolutely huge. For example, we make another video about games, there's another 2 million views, which pretty much pays for its own upgrade again. And those upgrades meant our next video got 2.4 million views, 40,000 subs, which again pays for the next upgrade. And now our videos are getting almost 3 million views per. There's another 2.8 million views from a cat video. I somehow have a cooking and cat video channel with some gameplay in there as well. So I grinded out a few more videos that puts us up to 12 million views to spend, which means we can finally buy our pug. That's going to add an extra 1.1 million views per video, so we're going to average 2.5 million now. Plus we just have a pug, and they're ridiculously funny. So now when we make a video about food, it's going to earn a modest 5.3 million views. Plus 50,000 subs on top of that is a pretty nice bonus. But I think this is a good point to start escalating things because I want to try and break something. So I've gone ahead and bought 122 million views like any good YouTuber would. So we're getting 2.5 million views per video currently, but we can now buy a Parabot, which is getting at 3.5 million views per video. We can't afford a game console yet, but we can upgrade this pug a whole lot. I really hope this is a nice viral video because I feel like we're going to get a lot of views for it. Well, even as a middle of the road video, we still got 18 million views and 40,000 subs. We're also currently making 2,408 views per second because of a few small increases, and that number is only going to go up from here by quite a lot. Like if we appear in a TV show, we get an extra 140 per second. This is a really inefficient way of doing this, by the way. Like I should be clicking on these a whole bunch. Anyways, I'm not sure that's worth it anymore anyway. We're getting 6,000 per second, but we're getting like 20 million views per video, so I know what to do. We'll do a charity. Didn't even see that hiding down there. I don't know if people are going to like this or not, but they don't have a choice. It's just a nice thing to do. So how did our charity video do? I feel like they'll always do well. It's just good karma. There's 22 million views, 60,000 subscribers. And because it's a charity, I decided to boost that up a little bit, so that got 114 million views. Can you believe that it's only been 40 videos so far? But those 40 videos have carried us all the way up to this kind of success. 113 million views on that video and 100,000 subscribers. I think we're doing pretty well for ourselves. And with a little boost to that, 566 million views, which is like baby shark numbers. And that's the kind of progress we're going to need because things are getting expensive fast. A game console is 190 million. Plus we're going to spend some diamonds because I want 50,000 subs per video no matter what. So we're getting almost 100 million views per video. We could probably get there if I buy some of these. Yeah, there we are. That means our next gaming video is going to go pretty out of control. Without any boosting, it's at 200 million views. If you're getting 200 million views per video, you're doing something right. And we can boost that up to 1.2 billion views. 1.2 billion views per video. Plus we just hit a big milestone, there's a million subscribers, and I think we earned it considering the insane views we get. But I don't have a proper chair yet, so for only 760 million, we're gonna buy one of those. And then spending the rest on whatever upgrades are left, 131 million views. I just realized how busy my office is now. We started with nothing but like a computer, if we even had that. Now we have a whole crew, plus a floating dragon and a pug. But our videos are also now getting 290 million views each, 130,000 subs. Plus its nice little boost gave us 1.5 billion views. All thanks to some boosts I had to pay for with real money. But I can't help it, I just always want what's next, like a poof. Plus our food videos are all the way up to 3 stars now, and that's what the people want. And that's definitely for sure 303 million views. And that turns into 1.6 billion views. And I really wanted that poof, so I've saved up enough money to buy it. $3.5 billion, it better be nice. But that's also going to add 59 million views per video. And thanks to our magic poof and a viral video, that's 500 million views without doing anything. And we're going to turn that into 2.2 billion just because we can, because you can never have enough views. I'm a YouTuber after all. I'm also a little concerned about my conversion rate. 2.5 billion views and I still only have 1.5 million subs. Clearly people just don't really like me that much. So I think now that we've basically accomplished it all, it's a good time to retire. I mean, look at this yard. We have everything we need. Strawberries and a ukulele. So thank you again to the devs for sponsoring this disaster of a video. Also, this is exactly how content creation goes. Seems easy enough. I need to use my animal friends to murder eyeballs over here. If they have a symbol, they cost something to be able to summon, so we're going to start with the mighty squirrel. It's very intimidating. Does 0 damage. And that's just fine by me. End of turn. No damage out and a rattlesnake in return. So we lost the idiot, but I got a bone. Then it's time for us to draw a card. I'm going to take a squirrel because we can summon them for absolutely nothing. So squirrel goes down. Then we can summon the stoat if we sacrifice the squirrel, and I'm mostly just here to sacrifice idiots. Stoat goes down. That's going to be able to kill the rattler. Then hopefully it's going to latch onto eyeballs, and then we're going to have trouble. So Rattler's dead, and we get to draw a card. We should probably take another squirrel because we need to sacrifice them continuously. This is basically a game about sacrificing creatures. But since I have 2 down there, actually, I can get rid of both of those 2. We should do it in that order because I think it replaces the second one. So the wolf goes down here, and he's a 3 and 2. Then we attack. That hits him directly, so that's 3 damage to his scale. Up comes the Rattler and takes out our wolf. We do have a possum we can summon though, but we still need a squirrel to bring something else on anyway. So possum going there, squirrel going there, and that's our turn. I do have a squirrel in the bottle and something to cheat with, but I'm not a cheater. I always play by the rules. So that's good enough for me. The opossum's still going to do 1 damage to him. We're going to draw perhaps something different like a bullfrog. And we're going to lay the bullfrog down in place of the squirrel. That may be a flying bullfrog. I'm not entirely sure. End of turn, that should be 2 damage going to idiot, which tips the scales enough for me to win a victory.
How brutal of you.
You should see what I wanted to do. However, in my game, such feats are rewarded. Oh, okay, this will be good for me. A tooth kept for each extra damage dealt, which means I move on to probably fighting eyeballs again, but eventually I probably kill him for good.
And good clean fun too.
And in between our fun little battles, I get to collect stuff from around the room. I need to pick a figurine. I guess we don't really get to pick. Okay, figurine walk there. That's very important. But we get a new one. We're going to take the middle. A rattler. 6 bones. Okay, but also a cockroach and a coyote. I didn't realize I only got to pick one of them, so I accidentally picked one of them and I don't know which it was. But we're just going to embrace the chaos today and roll with that. I also have some things to choose from. I could get another squirrel in the bottle. This makes all my creatures fly for a turn. So if they fly, they can actually overcome the idiot's defenses, so I can hit him directly. So in saying that, we're back, and my stoat's getting mad because I keep sacrificing him, but that's pretty much what he exists for. He's 1 level up from squirrels. So we've got a fur on our side protecting us. There's a boulder there, so I probably want to attack here and here. So we'll put a squirrel down there. He's going to be sacrificed immediately for a stoat, so we can actually get some damage going towards the enemy. End of turn, take it right in the eyeballs. 1 whole damage. They return with a sparrow and a coyote, which is actually going to hurt me because that sparrow, I think... Actually, it's going to hit the fir tree. They're both flying. So we're going to lay the squirrel down there. Then we're going to put the bullfrog down there. And then we can hit him with direct damage there. You go down there. We're not going to attack a boulder. Those are stupid. But we're going to do a little more damage to him. The scales have tipped. So I think it's only logical then we bring up a squirrel. Because we can lay the squirrel down. Then we can summon the wolf by sacrificing the squirrel and the stoat. And then the wolf's going to take his place here to do 3 damage directly to idiot. But boom. Oh, plus the bullfrog too, so I think that's an easy victory.
If you desire it, you may stand now.
Yeah, I was just thinking how much fun I'm having walking around this small room. He did tell me to keep my hands off his possessions, and I'm obviously not one for touching things. Oh, hello. To be fair, he has kind of boring stuff. You have boring stuff, sir. I hope I murder you soon. Whatever, I'm just getting back to work. I just want to keep killing him. So our choices are... Oh, an idiot card. That's actually me. The mighty, the flighty elk. It moves after attacking. That's interesting and hard to keep track of. A meddlesome bat, a minor terror. Well, to be fair, the idiot card is basically a better version of a bat and easier to summon. So we're taking the idiot card. I don't really know what these do, so we're going to go with fire. Because if I can't escape the cabin, I sure can light it on fire. Warm it by the fire will enhance its power, said another. You notice one of the survivors wiping drool from their mouth. That's, well, I'm down if you are, I guess. Let's boost up the idiot card. We're going to make a super idiot. Now he's 4 and 2. The fire warmed the poor idiot, enhancing its power. Well, now I'm unstoppable. My Stoat also just pointed out that there's a clue here, 273, that's probably for the safe. Anyways, I need to get my idiot down as soon as possible to do some damage. So right away, let's go squirrel, then we're going to replace the squirrel with a Stoat, so the Stoat can do some damage and put us on the board. First turn advantage. 1 damage on the scale. So we're going to lay a squirrel down. That's just going to hang out there because I don't really have anything else we can do, but we are going to take out their idiot. Their alpha is coming up now. Was I just attacked by a boulder? Why are boulders attacking us? So I'm basically going to lay a squirrel down there to take some damage next turn. We hit their alpha. We lost some idiots, but that's perfectly fine because now we can bring up a squirrel again. So we're putting a squirrel in front of the boulder. Then we can summon our possum here, who's not particularly strong, but that's at least going to wipe him out. The wolf has evolved from the wolf cub, so down you go. So I can sacrifice 3, but when the wolf destroys the squirrel, we're going to get some bones that we can use to summon other things. Good enough for me. Off you go. So I'm probably going to lay a squirrel down in front, but if I want, I can summon the cockroach. Not quite yet. Okay, squirrel's going down. We're just going to have to absorb a little bit here. We're going to do a little bit of damage there anyway. But we're going to bring up a random, because if we summon a bullfrog, we can use this. Oh, he says I can accept his surrender or finish this match the slow way. No, I want it to hurt. So let's put the bullfrog down right here, because the more damage we do, the more angry he's going to get. Then we're going to put you there, and then end of turn. There we are. The more damage I do to him, the more cool stuff I'm going to get. And basically, as long as I keep putting a squirrel in his way, we're going to be fine. We never run out of squirrels for some reason. There we are. Was that so bad? So apparently I just ran into a stranger in the woods, but it's just eyes with a mask on now. But that's fine. If he wants to give me stuff, I'm not going to complain. Take a pelt free of charge. Can I have this one? You'll need more teeth for that. Oh, I need to knock out more of his teeth. Well, I can get a rabbit pelt for now. Consider the pelt? What? I don't really understand what he wants. Okay, we took a rabbit pelt. Great. Can I go now? So we have like the voodoo or the fire. I know the fire definitely upgrades one of my cards, so we want to upgrade one of my cards. This time we maybe want to do the bullfrog, because I didn't summon the idiot last time anyways, but the bullfrog's a nice one because he flies. I don't really remember the code from the rule book. Now I kind of wish I paid attention to that. Can I see the rule book, sir? This one might have a twist. He put the red lights on. I don't know what a rabbit pelt does. Not much of anything, it seems, so we'll put a few things down that we could potentially sacrifice. Okay, that's my turn. Literally nothing happening but me enjoying some red lights. And this is already a bad spot for us because we've got a lot to deal with and I can only summon so many things right now. Okay, so oh, you can't draw blood from a rabbit's pelt either. That kind of makes sense, so I guess I'm really in trouble here because I'm literally going to play no cards. Oh, I should have put the squirrel in the bottle. I keep forgetting I have that. I might have just lost already. Oh, you blew one of my candles. Well, what do I expect? Moving on. This one's kind of interesting. I don't know, 3 blood. The monstrous grizzly. It spawn peaks. Oh, okay, so that's going to be good. I feel like I'm designing my deck very poorly in hindsight, but that's okay because we have a super grizzly now. Looks like we got a boss fight coming up. Do you remember the code for the safe? Because I think I forgot it already. 273. Hey, it was actually right. Stink bug. Kind of wish I found that earlier. That'd probably be helpful. Only 2 bones. Okay, well, I'm going to take that. I'm also going to take this key and, well, that couldn't be more obvious. Put it in there, which seems to have led me to a bit of a puzzle. But I'm not here to think. I'm here to stab eyeballs in the eyeballs. Okay. We now have a skull with candles. In the distance, you can hear the clinking of metal on stone. A hobbled figure stood in your path. It's the prospector. Very interesting. Do I have to pick between you? Because I like the Stoat better because he's easier to spawn right now. And I need blood things too. Oh, we get them both. Okay, that's fine. So for now, let's just start with the squirrel. I'm going to leave it at that because we can bring another squirrel next time. And I think this is going to work. Unless he does that. That might hurt me. Yeah, in hindsight, that was a really stupid play. I did not think that through very well. But squirrel goes down. Then we're going to sacrifice a Stoat to go there. And I think the Stoat is probably going to take him out. We have 2 bones, so we could actually lay down a stink bug if we want to. He's going to move, but he doesn't really do anything, I think. So there you go. A little bit of damage to him. Now we can probably sacrifice another squirrel because I like sacrificing animals a lot. I like sacrificing anything, really. We're still doing damage to him. He's going to have a wolf that's going to hurt our boulder pretty soon. Oh, I was hoping for a grizzly, but we get a bullfrog for sacrificing 1 thing. So out goes the squirrel. In goes the bullfrog, 2 damage directly to him. Actually quite a bit of damage to him. And he loses a candle because he's stupid. Okay, so apparently that wasn't good enough, so we gotta do it again. Ow. Ow. Okay, just go ahead and do that then. I'm not really entirely sure what I'm supposed to do now.
You're out of space, there's no room for that card.
Yeah, because I've got gold nuggets in my way. Do I have to wait for you to kill them? Okay, so you're making room now. Okay, I'm gonna lay a rabbit pelt down because I want it out of my inventory, and I'm gonna lay that down there. That's fine because they're just gonna tear through the animals, but that's gonna give me some bone tokens. But we're also gonna need another squirrel here. We're just gonna collect bone tokens for a sec because I need to block some damage coming towards me. Good enough. I do have a pretty empty hand right now though. Please be something amazing. A rabbit pelt. Okay, so I guess we're going to block the 3 damage and then eat 2. That did open a little more real estate now, but we're in a bit of rough shape suddenly. Can I get the squirrel in the bottle? There we go. We got 2 squirrels. Let's use the pliers maybe to... Okay, tip the scales just a little bit back. I still feel like I'm in a little bit of trouble. We're going to take 1 damage here, which isn't too bad, but I'm going to need something amazing to come out of the deck. Tons of bones to my name. Give me something. Okay, I can't even use a wolf. I can literally do nothing but absorb this damage. So that's trouble for me. And the second candle goes out. Can I just relight those though? I feel like it's not a big deal. But now that I've died, we get to make another memento card. So we get to use some from my deck to build it. So we take the cost of 0 because the rabbit pest costs 0. This time he'll use the power and health numbers. Well, I have a super grizzly, so why would we not use this? And then we get the sigils. So as I understand it, this is the unkillable sigil. So when my card dies, it just returns to my hand basically. Hopefully I'm understanding that correctly because that sounds overpowered for something that's free in 4 and 8. And that's going to be my next idiot card. And I get to pick cards again. I think I want something that only takes a few bones to spawn. And now I have to pick a tribe. Whoops. Well, I guess we're alpha now. Anyways, I think we're finally back to a card battle. I want to pull out my idiot card and show them how this works. So we've got the bullfrog, the stoat, the alpha, and the squirrel. So naturally we're going to go squirrel maybe there. We can see what's coming up next. Actually, so maybe the squirrel is better. Yeah, would have been better there. Too late now, but I'm starting to get it. The pronghorn moved and attacked, but that's fine because we're going to put the squirrel... It's going to move here. So I think over here, if I'm understanding that correctly, which I might not be. Good enough. And attack. Lots of damage. I took a little bit back from its weirdo. We still got lots of damage going out, so let's hope for something good. 2 bones for you. We can actually summon you right away, which we will, and I want you to start to attack this thing to get it out of the way because it's going to do damage and annoy me. But there's more damage for you. It's almost dead. Let's bring up perhaps another a wolf. We need sacrifices to bring that in though, which I feel like we're going to do because I think we can do the damage right now to finish this off because he's going to do 3 direct damage. Give me those teeth. Moving on up the board, a woodcarver has appeared before you. I think that's our base, so we need to pick a roof for it. Whatever you are is probably fine by me. It's a wolf, air wolf. Okay, that just puts the airborne qualities on my wolf creatures. And that's pretty good because I do have a lot of wolf creatures now. So they're going to come up with some river otter and coyote soon, so we're maybe going to put a squirrel in its way for now because we can't really summon anything else because I have a poorly constructed deck. I'm gonna have to do the squirrel in the bottle probably. Not now apparently. Okay, so I guess we'll take a squirrel for now and just put it in the way because we need some bones. I think the river otter dove, so it's not gonna do anything this turn maybe. I don't know how that works, but that's not great. So we're gonna take a random card hoping that it's something good. An alpha's not bad, but we cannot really afford to bring an alpha up, so we're gonna go with a stink bug and I guess just direct damage to them because we need some fight back here. Because we're getting destroyed. Alright, that one didn't really go my way. Next we'll visit the nice little campfire to upgrade one of my cards. I'm going to upgrade probably just a wolf. There's a 3rd talking card somewhere around here. Personally, I hate that guy. Biggest killjoy ever. But he's the only one of us with a plan to get things back to normal. Oh yeah, I should probably be exploring the room and stuff to maybe, you know, find stuff that I probably need. There's a flying wolf club coming our way. So I'm going to use a squirrel in the bottle right away. We're going to put a squirrel there. We're going to put a squirrel there. Then I'm going to put a stoat in the way there. Get down there, and then I'm going to put a bullfrog here, and then that's going to do some damage to idiot. Not a ton, but then we're also going to get in a wolf cub's way, and because it's flying, it flies over my defenses. So then we're going to grab one of these. We need 5 bones to be able to summon that, so that's not super good. What we can do is bring a wolf right here. I don't know if this is a good move to make or not, but we're going to do it, and that's going to hit him directly for big damage. He's going to hit me back. We're going to take a squirrel because I need to sacrifice something, or maybe lay something down here to get in that thing's way, and good to go again. Wolf attack. 3 damage. They're not quite defeated. Mole can actually hurt me, but he can absorb damage. The squirrel going down. Can we use the pliers actually? Because I think if we use the pliers, I can hit him hard enough to finish this right now. We'll lay a squirrel down for now. We'll summon something else next turn, but there you go. Is he dead? I think that's it. I think we got him hard enough with that move. I did just pull 2 teeth out of this skull. I wish I saw that earlier because that makes things easier. I can put the candle out, but I'm not sure it does anything. Back to work. We get to pick something. A raven's not bad because it's pretty easy to summon. I don't know what this does, but it's rare that I ever get that far anyway, so... I keep falling down in the areas where I can't summon things quick enough, so we need simple summons. But I can increase the health of something here, so maybe the bullfrog. Because the bullfrog's easy to summon and it's flying. And then it's time for the big fight again. So we need to remember this time that we have a second battle to fight when he puts gold across the way. And he's going to come at me with that. This is just going to get in the way, but we need to deal with the coyote first and foremost. So squirrel goes down, and that's really it because my cards suck. But I'm ready. There's a bone piece, so that's fine. We're going to lay down you again. Another squirrel goes there just to collect bone pieces for now. Because this won't actually hurt me yet. There's going to be moles in the way, but I'm just collecting bones. That's all that really matters for a sec. Squirrel goes down there. Eat some damage. Yeah, just give me bones. Once I have 5 bones, I can actually get an alpha. And I'm not sure if an alpha is worth it for 5 bones, but it's got to be something for 5 bones. So I'm going to bring another squirrel because I just always need to be able to do something. Alpha going down there. It's only 1 and 2. I don't know. That must be something good though. And that's fine. End of turn. Doing some damage to him. And we lost the alpha. So let's lay another squirrel down. Then we're going to bring in a wolf because we're going to sacrifice those 2. Wolf goes there. Wolf's going to do some damage for sure. Stink bug costs 2, so we're going to put a stink bug here. Attack turn. Do some damage to him and hurt the pack mule a little bit. I've got no cards to my name, so we're just going to put a squirrel there to block some of that damage. And give me another bone token, so we can just continue to collect those. And same thing, squirrel token, because there's nothing really pressing aside from this coyote. And my stink bug is over there just slowly annoying the pack mule. 1 more hit and the pack mule is dead. I might legitimately be out of squirrels though, so I can't even summon a wolf. So we're gonna have to absorb a little bit of damage here. Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. So, while I did receive a little bit of damage, I just got all sorts of interesting things out of there. Like, whatever that is. Oh, mirrors the damage probably what's in front of it. A wolf is good though. But I did get a bullfrog for a reason because it's going to be super strong. Plus, we'll lay a squirrel down right there because then we can summon whatever this is. I don't know if it's actually going to do any damage until something's in front of it, but that's fine. Do some damage. What do we got? So, you're out. We're now attacked by a wolf, but we're going to bring in something here. I'm not thinking very far ahead on this, but I've got a wolf that's 3 and 4, so we're just going to sacrifice straight up those 2, which is probably a bad play now that I've actually done that. But we're going to hit you so hard, I think that's going to kill him. So can we actually have enough to lay that down? Well, he's going to turn everything into gold for a second, but that's going to give me a little bit of time to strategize. And this time he didn't put as much gold up, so that kind of works to my benefit. We're maybe going to throw the turkey vulture down here because I don't want it to die. We're gonna take a little bit of damage, but that's okay. If we got 3 going out, we'll be fine. Damage. Boom. So he's hit. He's down pretty hard. We took a little in return. We also have a rabbit pelt, which isn't, you know, super useful. And we have no bones left to be able to use. So we're gonna put a rabbit pelt in the way of the most damage. And we can't sacrifice. The only thing we could do is sacrifice 1 blood, but all we get is a stoat. And I'd rather the turkey vulture, so please hit you hard enough to die. Not quite. He has so many more cards than me. I'm out of cards. I can't do anything. Sir, I'm kind of in a bad spot. Could I borrow some of your cards? Because this is just a losing battle. Well, I think we're just exchanging damage. 3 for 3 every time. Until he runs out of cards and can't hurt me anymore, but we're now taking 4 instead of 3, so we're now in a slowly losing battle. But someone's going to get a lot of teeth, and I also just lost my gold on this side, so... Well, whatever. Off we go then. That's kind of a wrap for me. But I'm starting to understand it, so the prospector's gonna die soon. To start this one, I put out fire and apparently got a card. Okay, I've worked my way all the way back to the prospector, but I have everything so far. I've got my pliers, I've got my squirrel in bottles, and I've got smoke. So I'm gonna use this stuff to my advantage. Squirrel in the bottle, squirrel in the bottle. So we lay a squirrel down there, we lay a squirrel down there, and then we can start hitting him with some of our things, like our bullfrog is particularly strong right now. Or we could lay down one of these and do 3 damage immediately to him. I think I'm gonna strike right away and do the 3 damage. That's also going to give me 2 bones to work with for next turn. We do also have another squirrel, so I could lay down a bullfrog as well. So I'm going to do that. Squirrel, meet bullfrog, And then that's going to take out the pack mule eventually as well. I'm not actually sure what the smoke does, but it's free to summon. So yeah, that's the end of my turn. That should about destroy the prospector. One shot and he's dead. He then turns all my cards into gold nuggets. Kind of forgot he turned them into gold nuggets, but that's fine because I've got tons of bone cards I can use. I just need better stuff than this. That's fine because he's got to go through gold nuggets to get to me anyways. I can then summon a squirrel, which I can use to summon one of these two. So we might throw down the sparrow to hopefully deal with him. So sparrow go there. Either go over his head or deal with him. I don't care either way. Off you go. Direct damage to him. He did kill my sparrow there, but eventually I'll start getting things I can summon with bones like him. He's not going to take him out, but he is going to be able to do some damage. And there's some more bone cards for us, so I just need things that won't work very well. Okay, so the way I see it, the stink bug only has 1 health left anyway, so I might as well bring up something with more health. So I'm actually going to use the stoat. We're going to sacrifice him. I'm going to put Hugh there, and you're going to take out him. That way you just, you know, take out some of the damage coming in. He's obviously going to hit me there. But now we can, we could throw a Rat King in there. I don't really know what the point of that is, though. Well, he's going to do some damage there, so we might as well take a bit of a gamble here and hopefully get something with bones, and we did it. So I guess we'll just do some damage to him. He'll do some damage to us, and we'll take another squirrel. Squirrel goes down. We could summon the Rat King for 2 damage. We could eliminate him entirely, so let's just do that. You, and then Squirrel King goes, Rat King goes there. So we'll take you out. No damage comes into me. But that's going to start doing damage to me also, so we need to be careful. But we're still in not a bad spot because River Otter can go down there. He's going to, you know, hurt the wolf, but we're also going to do 2 damage to him. Oh, I forgot the River Otter dives. So we're going to pull up another squirrel because we're running out of things to use. I'm going to use the pliers now just to try and, because I'm kind of getting desperate here to make this work. I don't think I ended up killing his pack mule, did I? Oh, we did kill his thing though, so that kind of works. We pulled up another squirrel. That's going to sit in our hand. Attack again. Lots of damage for him because he might be out of cards. I'm not entirely sure what's happening for him. So we're just going to draw squirrels and attack him like this, and we're done. That was basically based on me being smart in my earlier battles, not in this battle. Oh, he put my candles back. That's so nice of him. You're the first in a while to overcome a boss. A rare card. There's a lot of interesting things here. This one's kind of nice because it only takes 1 to summon. I don't really know what that means. I like the idea of Pack Rat though, because he presumably has a backpack on. And we can figure out what to do with that next time. I clearly have some learning to do. I don't really know what it is I'm supposed to be doing here, but this is exactly the kind of environment I thrive in. We're gonna go ahead and jump. No, we're gonna crush him. Ooh, candy. And I do have rockets too. I just always forget to fire them because I can just drive into things. It's much easier to do that. Take a rocket. What is that thing? Use revive. I don't think so. I'm invincible. We're gonna fire a pea shooter now and jump over him. We don't need a car to get where we're going. I'm okay with just dying, so if we could just move that out of the way of our screen, that would be great. That way I can actually see what I'm shooting, although that's also not super a priority for me. But that was our new best because it's the only thing we've done. But we can definitely work on some upgrades. Tires get slightly bigger. Increase car's bounce. Yes, a bouncy car is very important, naturally. And here we go again, bouncier than ever. We can jump, we can shoot rockets. We just need to avoid obstacles like boxes and shoot those whenever I can, or hopefully not touch them at all. I think all I've really realized is that I need more firepower. I can't kill things quickly enough and they get in my way, then I hit them. And then the weird rabbit thing shows up, but we got over it. We're gonna jump over the bullets, sort of, rocket him in the face. It's just a lot of chaos. My guy here is just shooting a gun out the side of his car, not even aiming it in any direction. He's just hoping to hit something at all. And he was taken down by a squid in an alien suit. But we made some more money. So I'm just going to grind up a little bit for now, just so we can have a better weapon, because as it is, this ain't working. I did make it a little further this time because I realized I should just be firing rockets non-stop. They're homing rockets anyway, so I might as well just be firing them at anything at all. I don't really care what I hit, to be honest. As long as I'm exploding something, I'm pretty happy. Unless it's my own vehicle, so we'll just take it on foot from here. I don't have any hair anyway, so what have I got to lose? But I got $263 and a total of $619, so we're going to spend $500 to increase rocket damage. And that looks like that. I don't know, that probably hit something somewhere. Again, I'm not worried about what we hit. First target. Okay, we didn't one-shot him, so we still need more rocket power for sure. Okay, this time we made it into the building where we can now plow through walls and aliens all at the same time. And that's some really good plowing, I've got to say. Oh, never mind, we're back on feet.
Yeah, boy.
I ran into a light bulb and I died. Grinded up a little more money, so now let's decrease the launcher's reload time. That just means faster rockets and more damage. So this time we're gonna break records. So far so good, it does seem to be helping me. I'm clearing out just a few more of the obstacles along the way. The more stuff we hit with rockets, the less I have to hit with my car or my bald man. Both of which I need to try and keep alive for as long as possible. Not sure what that was, but I'll take it. And I am at least back into the house, so I feel like my car is about to explode. And I'm back on foot already. Oh, I have a free upgrade though because I found the thing. Give me my car back. This is definitely going to be a record. Oh, we're going upstairs now. Oh, what is that? Don't touch that. I need more jumping power. Then again, I kind of need more everything. So it's just going to be a matter of grinding it out. Okay, I would have rather hit him. That's fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. So I think that means we can buy increases the car's armor and then increases the ram damage. I didn't know I could ram damage things. If I'd known that, I might have done that a while ago. So I've got better armor and like a cattle guard on the front of my car. Not for cattle, but for just whatever I happen to run into in the moment. And that seems to actually work pretty well. Like if I hit things like that, I lose very little health now between the two upgrades I've just got. Yeah, this is much better already. We're all the way here and I've hardly lost any health at all. And I'm just going to bust through walls and only shoot the aliens. They're the only thing deserving of my missiles. I need bigger missiles too though, because when there's stacks of things like that, I can't hit them both. And I want to hit them both. And I definitely want to hit the dog if possible. Whatever, we're just going to drive through all this. That was a lot of health, but I got an extra life. We could probably use it now, hopefully before we hit too much stuff. Okay, the car saved me a little bit there. This will be a good one too. Ooh, a boss fight. We just got a ram thing too. I don't know what this does, but we're pushing him back. This could be a tough one to beat considering how much we're hitting him. And well, this could be a higher paced battle is what I'm trying to say. Oh, I see what he does. He shoots high and then low, so I could actually be jumping over most of his damage. Well, whatever the case, he's dead now, so we're gonna go about our day. And some of those 25 coins are within my reach now. So if I could pick up a few of those, that certainly wouldn't hurt my odds of surviving. That was big. And I lost my vehicle anyway. We should probably get a better gun for this guy at some point too. He's pretty vulnerable without anything. Take that, alien. Never mind. One single run, $800, which is only enough for more tires. But that's probably got to help somehow, right? Okay, well, I definitely jump a lot higher now, so I actually really like those tires. We could probably jump clear over him. I always screw up this part, but I'm going to see... Well, I tried to hit the dog directly, but that just didn't work at all. I'm back up to about $1,400. So that means I'm going to buy the better cattle guard. And I didn't realize those candies I've been collecting can be used to use an octopus to spin a wheel. That should have been the logical conclusion, but for some reason, I didn't realize this was a thing. So I'm going to spin one more of these and see what the other games are, because I just made some easy money. This time I got $500. This one says use your wits to win bonuses. Obviously, that's not going to work. Keep a sharp eye to find bonuses. Also, no, I just like the luck. I kind of just wish he would stop taking his time quite so much about it. We did get an extra life, but this takes forever. There's another 500. We're going to spin just a few more times here now because I just can't do this. Okay, I managed to get to the last spin because I just zoned out. Octopuses need to eat too. I'm up to $3,000 already, so that's going to be one or two very good upgrades, plus an extra life. I think for now I'm actually going to take better armor because then I can almost afford more rocket damage after that. You can see how big it gets even. And if I want, I can use triple rockets. So why would I not? Yeah, what strategy anyway? I'm firing 3 rockets now. I've got nothing to lose. So he's gonna die. Triple rockets is fun. Oops, didn't mean to crush him.
We have happy accidents.
To be honest, I kind of forgot he was there, but there's another free candy, so that's more free upgrades. I need to time my rockets properly so they clear as many obstacles as they possibly can, like whatever that thing is, whatever. And we're probably gonna hit him. All is well though. We're still firing 3 rockets at a time, so we're clearing out lots of obstacles. Please fire. Okay, whoops. I'm not used to having this much firepower, so I don't really know how to act because of it. But I'm through the house now and I've still got plenty of health. So I'm just going to fire at absolutely everything I can. Up to the second house now, so we should finally be able to kill the dog thing. Jump over this stuff. I accidentally just hit an explosive. I absolutely shouldn't have. Do I want that? I can't remember what that does. Right, that's like a super speed thing. I think it's also a shield. I hope it is, because this is going to help us for the boss. We're going to triple rocket him until he's dead. And also start avoiding some of his damage. Whoops. Well, yeah, I'm, out of sync. He'll be dead soon anyway. It's not a big deal. Alright, that should earn us some extra money too, and we're just going to keep firing our triple rockets at anything and everything. There's 25 coins. Ooh, don't touch those. Fire, please. Get over that. We need... I still feel so weak everywhere. I can't jump over stuff the way I'd like to. More candy though. Okay, we just found a thing that's actually repairing us as we go, so we're getting some pretty good luck this time. We found 2 separate power-ups on this run, but this is still going to be a very good earning run. I can feel it, because we've gone so very far and killed a lot of things. Wow, thanks rockets. Way to not hit anything at all. So, what? I don't want to be on... What? I want my car back. I paid to upgrade that. Now I'm just a bald man with a gun. What am I supposed to do with this? Okay. So he doesn't even like to shoot things anymore. Got that one. Gonna, I guess just, yeah, crash through that. Okay, I put the bald man back in his car somehow. Doesn't really matter how we got here. All that matters is we got a booster now. Okay, we're gonna need more jumping power too, just to get over a lot more of this stuff. I don't know what these are, but they're really annoying sounding. Give me my car back. All right, we're going to lose a lot of health to those things, but we're almost at the end of the level. So as long as I don't do anything really, really stupid between now and then, I think we're gonna be okay. Okay, you, oh yes, of course we would have a boss fight. So we're gonna jump that, you're gonna jump that, jump over that. He's got a shield up. Can we get over that? Nope. Oh, we gotta destroy the shield. Oh, okay, that actually makes a little bit of sense when I start to think about it. Triple rocket. He's gonna be a little bit hard to defeat because we have triple rockets and we're not really hurting him much. But we'll get a superpowered rocket eventually. Now we're really boned. Oh, good. But we got $1,200 from a single run. So... whoops, I meant to check what that was. I guess we got decreased rocket reload time. I'm going to try this other game. Tap the squares to find boosters. You only have 10 attempts. Tap here, here, here. Okay. Do you have to find 3 in a row? I'm not... oh, I don't... okay. I'm not entirely sure what just happened. I won whatever that was. I guess we'll try this one now. Find piggy bank. We got the coin purse, which was a different direction. The key is going to be a little bit hard to find. Does anyone see a key? There's probably 1,000 people right now pointing directly to it on their monitor. Oh, if you click and there's nothing there, it knocks the timer way down. I was just going to start clicking around to find it. No, I'm panicking. Key, where are you? Oh, it's probably somewhere very obvious. Apparently it was over here. But it did give me some money, so I won't complain. Well, I guess it's just me and the octopus now, but I get a few spins. So we got $100 plus $500, $600. Okay, bye. I think I want more rocket damage again. So we're gonna have faster rockets and more powerful rockets. Plus a free turbo, I guess. So great. I mean, we use that right out of the gate anyway, so I'm not really sure what the advantage is. Like this part, nothing really happens. Though I guess we did just, you know, skip a lot of the level that I don't really like playing because I've done it a million times already. And all the big earning stuff's at the end anyway. Back into house, gonna kill him. Still can't get the rocket reloaded for the next idiot. But we still have 90% of our health. And definitely firing faster and more powerful rockets will help a lot with the bosses. Yeah, this booster might always land at this spot because we always seem to run it into the boss. So I need to pay attention for when it leaves so I can avoid the boss's lasers. And I've already mistimed this pretty badly. But he's dead. My favorite is when I fire a rocket off screen, but I hear it hit something. Very satisfying to know I killed something without even seeing it. This starts to get into the part where I need more damage because I'm starting to fight things that I can't kill. Uh-oh. That was a big explosion. These guys, though, with the extra tentacles, they're very hard to kill with my little rocket launcher. But there's another repair thing. I really don't love this part where I've got to get out of my very protected car and fight aliens with my little pea shooter, especially because this guy is, believe it or not, very clunky with jumping. There's another rocket boost though, so we're just going to plow through every enemy along the way because I get extra money for killing them. These guys are gonna, yeah, finish me off. We do get a free one of these though, so let's bring our car back. Oh, that's such a bad spot to start. Basically collapsed an entire building on top of me. I can take it though. All right, it's back to our boss fight. We're gonna try a little bit harder this time to keep firing rockets at him while jumping over his many different kinds of lasers. It's a little bit hard to avoid that second one at times. I need to kind of get him in timing to do that so that I can jump over or under the both of them, and I'm so far mostly just avoiding neither of them. Yeah, I'm gonna need a lot more damage to be able to take him out, and or armor or skill, but that's the least likely of anything for me to get. Well, at least we can spend some money. I guess we could get ourselves some bigger tires. It would actually be helpful to jump over a lot more stuff, plus we have green rims. I was just thinking our car didn't look childish enough, but we've definitely got some vertical now, so we should be able to jump over more obstacles, which will keep us alive a lot better. It's already time for the first boss fight. My extra bouncing isn't really going to help me here, but he should be about dead before I really even have to dodge any lasers anyway. And I found some healing power just in time. Can I jump over this? Oh, I would like to avoid this part. I am finally at the point where I can jump cleanly over a lot of these enemies, which is great because I was actually taking a lot of damage just running into them all. I kind of lost my vehicle while I was messing with things, so I guess we're going to do it on foot from here. I've completely got this under control, no problem at all. Apparently I'm allowed to play this game again, so do I just have to find like matching ones? They don't have to be in a row. I guess, yeah, that's fine. That game's stupid anyway. The octopus is my real friend. And 100 more, that puts us up to a total of 2,600. Okay, next we're gonna buy a better RAM. I would like to think between that and the extra jumping height, we should be able to make it further. But I have been wrong before. It happens every day. I never really considered I might be able to jump over the guys in the house too. I don't know why. You can jump over basically everything else. So far the bumper is helping keep me alive quite a lot. I've rammed through a lot of things I shouldn't have, and I still have most of my health. Defeated the boss, still have about 60% health left, so we're looking good. Definitely just hit way more explosive than I should have. And I still only make it as far as these guys before they absolutely destroy me. I did get past that one, but I mean, I'm on foot now, so my chances are pretty limited. I don't even know why it lets me do this. I have no chance. I can still collect a few coins now and then, which is something, but this is inevitable. Should we try the puzzle game again? So the sock is there. That is also there. Now we need a jar of coins. There. I feel like it was easier this time. So I think that gave me like $500 in total. Did the octopus always make sounds, or am I just starting to hallucinate? Whatever the case, there's another 400, 2,900 to spend. I wonder if giving him a bigger gun maybe isn't the worst idea in the world. Along with that, we could do triple rockets for $1,000. Yeah, this might work out well. Look at him go with his gun now. We should have done that a long time ago. He won't stop. That's the kind of enthusiasm we needed a while ago. That's, you know, gonna clear out lots of obstacles along the way. Like, he's almost clearing out those by himself. He's actually making a really big difference with that stupid gun. The triple rockets are also helping, but I'm just really impressed with his gun. I should probably get him the next gun. It's only 5,000, so it wouldn't be that hard to grind for it. Like, I'm all the way here now, and I don't know if I've even lost any health. Like 1%. Still haven't lost any health, because he's just completely firing, taking out all the obstacles I couldn't get rid of in time before. And it's time for the boss fight again, but I feel like this will be easier than ever before, considering I'm shooting triple missiles and the gun. It's that easy. I could probably let him do most of the work, really, but we'll err on the side of caution and shoot my missiles as well. And I have a repair thing, which is kind of ironic, because I really haven't taken much damage at all. And this part suddenly doesn't feel so annoying anymore, because I've got a bigger gun to play with. And we got a booster to carry us through a lot of this stuff. That was the first obstacle I haven't like entirely cleared out of the way, but these guys are starting to get very tough. And it's time for the boss fight already, as we jump into a bunch of lasers. I'm hoping my little guy with the gun's gonna help out more than he is already. So far so good, actually. We're doing a lot of damage to this thing. We're also taking a lot more damage than I would like to be. He's got a shield up again, and it's down. One more hit should do it. And we beat the boss. That was definitely worth some money, and then we hit a black hole. Now we're in the desert. And that's basically all thanks to giving my idiot a slightly better gun. Things here definitely are a lot tougher and doing a lot more damage though. So we're gonna need some pretty big upgrades to get through this stuff. Luckily I know just where to get those. All I gotta do is sacrifice many hours of my time. But look at all that money. We have $2,600 before all of this. I've got $3,600 now. It's $5,000 for what looks like a submachine gun, so I'm gonna save up for that. Octopus, give me $1,346. He's actually given me $1,600 so far, so if he gives me $500 here, he will have almost given me the full amount. He probably won't, but it never hurts to dream. I'll take whatever that is. Should I use a turbo right away? I mean, it's free anyway, and we get to start in the desert now, so this is a harder area, but I think it will give me more money. And we're just gonna plow through all this stuff nice and easy like. Yeah, this will be an easy couple bucks for sure. Things here are very strong though. I keep forgetting which button it is to shoot, but we're back under control now. Jump over that, shoot that, etc, etc. There's so many aliens here that I think we're probably gonna need triple rockets at all times just to be able to progress. I hit one of those energy bolt things right as I was walking into the house, so that's not super helpful. We're gonna bust through the wall. And then we're gonna go up here, and I'm not really sure what this is all about, but here we are anyway. Probably jump over that guy. Not very well. And we jump right back into our boost. So I'm just going to ride this forward, hoping to make as much money. Never mind. But that definitely gave me the $5,000 I need for the big gun. So, wait, did I? He's got finger guns now. I deselected his gun accidentally rather than giving him the big guns. So we're rolling with finger guns this time around. I'm not even mad. I mean, he's bald anyway, so how mad could you be at him? Look at that gun now. It is non-stop shooting. I don't know how much damage it's going to do, but it's going to clear out just a lot of obstacles. Plus, there's lots of good earnings here. There's lots of the big 25 coins. Plus lots of things to kill. And it's really nice how the bald man just does his own thing. He's just shooting things independently of me. So he actually clears a lot of stuff that I don't even have to pay attention to, though I probably should at times. Yeah, we're gonna need some big upgrades to be able to complete this level because I can't get anywhere right now. Back to the octopus to save the day. Never mind, he didn't give me much. I wanted to go back to the first level though to see the difference this super gun was gonna make here. Plus I need a bit of a confidence boost. That next level isn't really working out super well for me. But so far this guy can pretty much clear the level out himself now. I don't really need to help that much. Like he can kill that guy, he can almost kill that thing. Not quite that thing, but he's doing a lot of damage to things. Okay, I can see that he works well against the boss because all those bullets melted that boss before I even realized I was fighting him really. So basically thanks alone to this guy's gun, I can not do much of anything and lazily go through this level, and I still have most of my health. Yeah, so even the second part of this level is pretty easy, but it's still, the next level still destroys me. And it's time for the spider boss fight, but I've got a turbocharger and my little guy is going to be non-stop shooting this idiot, so that's going to help me lay down some damage. Avoiding his attacks, however, is still a little bit tricky for me. I don't know triple rockets, so I'm going to have to take my time a little bit more. Couple more shots and he's dead and I get a big money reward. At least I did the first time. I didn't really get a big money reward. Although my money right now is continually going up, but it did just spit me back into this level with no health at all. So we're going to get even less further than we normally do. But if I get the candy, I'll be happy. Now we have 3 candies to spend at the octopus, and I'm really just here to make friends with him. So if we're going through all the way through the first level, we got $1,000. But we get 3 spins, so this should bring us over $3,000 as long as we get a few monies. And the final spin, $400, that's going to give us $3,500 to spend. So let's try faster firing rockets. I don't know how much faster they are, but it's going to make a difference. Well, they're actually considerably faster. I can notice the difference already. I feel like they're still not going to be enough to carry us through this. Well, the extra missiles did make a pretty big difference so far. Like, I've made it pretty deep into this level, further than I normally do. But things are going to start to really tear me apart here. And I wish I could reach those coins up there. One day I'll get them. I just realized too, I should just be holding down the fire button this entire time. Because it just fires rockets as fast as it possibly can anyway. There's no point in trying to time them. I mean, they're homing anyway, so they're always going to hit something if there is something to hit. I've decided to play this game again. I need to find all of this stuff. I think that's the jar. I don't know why the key's always so hard for me to find. I also need to find a lightning bolt. There's the key. It was hiding there. So where does a lightning bolt hide? Right there. Stage cleared, so I get not very much money. What does the key do, though? Oh. We unlocked a hat. Oh, does that actually make rockets better though? So also we can afford to get basically more armor, so we're going to get more armor and then we're going to hit him with spicy rockets. We're also going to start with a turbo because we have a turbo. Ready, set, go. So I'm not really sure what our rockets are doing. I assume they just do a little more damage, and that's fine by me. Plus we have extra armor to work with this time, so hopefully we'll make it a little deeper, maybe even see a boss. Speaking of boosts, here's another one. That's going to carry us nice and far into the level. Oh, okay, we're getting out of our truck. Well, that armor did help us a lot. We got over halfway through the level, and we've earned over $1,000 on just this run so far. So without any boosters at the beginning, we get maybe a third of the way. Wait, we got a new booster. This might carry us a little further. But we're obviously already out of health. Okay, so if I was to get him some hair, we would get 2 times earnings. If we get this one, we get drones. For now, I guess we just get rockets. But because of all of our money, we also get more rocket damage. Alright, so let's see what this new rocket damage can do in conjunction with the faster firing rockets. The gun itself is a little bit bigger. Oops, didn't mean to hit that, whatever. So far it's making a marginal difference, but we still need more armor and we still need more jumping ability because I can't jump over a lot of these obstacles. 2 times money earning would also be nice. I wish I knew about that earlier. We'd be twice as far ahead. I definitely can notice the extra rocket damage though, because we are killing things like that we wouldn't have been able to kill before. Oh, and we got an extra life. The game feels sorry for me. Just ran out of lives, so I can use the extra life we picked up earlier to hopefully carry us to new heights. Then it looks like those things are going to be strong, though the regular version of those are super strong. The level 2 version of them are going to be just ridiculous. But we've definitely broken a new record by a little bit. Oh, and we get a booster. This is perfect. That's going to help carry us way into the level. I still think I need a lot more damage because we're hurting things, but we're not necessarily killing everything. And we lost our car again. Those are bombs, and I can't double jump when I'm just a man. There I die. Okay, I need more everything. I don't even care what it is I'm mining, I just want it all. But also mostly these rare red gems. That way we can pay for all sorts of stupid stuff that we probably don't need, but I do want lots of upgrades for all my tools, especially my sword. And look at this one's full of 3 idiots. They're gonna have lots of red gems. And I very much like this grow with trees. Look how much wood that is. So also let's find out what's on this very expensive little island. Hopefully something amazing for that kind of cost. 2 more trees. And I just realized I still only have a level 6 axe and a level 4 sword. That won't do at all. So to upgrade both of our sword and our axe, we're going to need metal bars. So for now, I'm just going to scoop up all of this. We're going to start smelting. We only get 48 bars, so we need to mine some more metal. And I'm pretty sure the most efficient place I have to mine it right now is right here, because there's just tons of rocks. I can just be constantly mining as I kill yetis and mine emeralds, but also some wood. All of this is just a lot of fun. And I guess we'll take these chests full of gold coins. I mean, I'm gonna need those eventually, I'm pretty sure, for something. Should probably also start turning this wood into orange bars as well, because I feel like I'm probably gonna need a lot of those at some point again.
Wood goes in, orange bars come out.
Then while I was swimming back, I noticed that my bar production is about to run out, so I need to restart it. Luckily for me, I can already make another 106. The bars are all going, so now it's just back to mining rocks and murdering yetis. Okay, with some pretty perfect timing, I've mined up another 2,000 metal things, so I'm going to put them in there for another 400 bars. That should fuel me for quite a while for tools. So that means we can get our next sword, which is going to do much more damage. It's going to kill the idiots that much quicker. The next one's going to be pretty expensive. And for the axe, we're going to need another 400 metal bars, but I'm pretty sure I have those, yes, basically on the way. So while we're waiting for those to finish, we'll just enjoy our time moving forward, hopefully getting to more productive areas. While occasionally coming over here, because this is just a lot of coins I shouldn't ignore. Do we have enough? Yeah, we do. Ooh, 2 big red crystals. This is actually a really good find. I know I'm going to need a lot of these somewhere. I need 900 wood for this next one, but at the rate I'm mining these trees, that's not actually going to take very long at all. This one's going to open up new ground again, hopefully with some stones. Well, I'll even take some gems, that's perfectly fine. Because after mining these, we almost already have enough of the gems, we just need 1,000 wood. Okay, we have pretty much the stuff we need, I think, after I mine these, and opening every island is just wildly exciting for me. And there's a lot of islands to open, so it just goes on and on. I just realized it now wants 200 red crystals. That's actually quite a few. That's going to take a minute. Luckily, I've been unlocking these very quickly, but we're going to need a better pickaxe too, because that's way too slow for me. And behind the expensive door, on an island that should be made of pure diamond, we're going to get just a lot of red gems. Where do we go? I feel like we just hit a dead end. I just remembered that this thing exists, the portal looking thing, so we're going to go ahead and top that up with whatever it wants, because I think this is the only way left I even can go. So that means we're going back into the Cave of Wonders. It's been a little while since we've been here, but we're much stronger than when we were here last, so we should be able to kill these guys much easier. Plus we get some extra stones, or metal, or whatever it is. Yeah, this is much quicker to mine. Luckily these respawn very quickly, so I could probably do this in about real time if I do this whole loop. Things will respawn just as I get to them. I can't remember how many I need though. 615 good enough? It's good enough for me. And it looks like it's going to be good enough for my big stone archway as well. Next it wants 150 emeralds. I've been mining those because I figured I would need them eventually, so I already have those, and I need 450 pudding cups. Luckily, I know where to find those. I should really start paying attention to how many I need, but I'm just going to mine for like a while. I'm also going to start smelting a few more of these, and look how many we have. I think that means we can get ourselves a new axe. We sure can. That's going to make mining wood easier, and also idiots. And as per usual, the only thing we ever need is stupid metal bars, so I'm going to sit there and mine a bunch of those at some point also. For now, I'm going to feed this thing what it wants, and hopefully it's going to reward us very well at the end. 500 red gems, huh? That's quite a few, but that should be the last piece of the puzzle to get whatever's in there. I'm really hoping I can just sit right here and not be bugged by the yetis.
Because I need to go make nuggets because I'm an adult.
A few short minutes later of the statue game, we have 8,200 pieces of metal. What we really need though are some speed booties, because this guy takes his sweet time going anywhere. We have a lot of stuff to mine. So for now, I'm just going to put all of these in. It's going to give me 1,600 bars in, well, a few minutes, but that's going to be lots for upgrading tools because we need a lot. Now we just need 500 of the rare red gems, but I've got a pretty good pile of those sitting over there, so we're going to play the statue game over here. I think I found a sweet spot. If I sit right here, I hit all of the crystals when I swing. I won't reach those naturally, but when the other ones respawn, I will. Eventually, they'll all get in unison. My legs are broken today, so I'm going to play the statue game for this one. But wait for it, here it comes. There it is. We mine all 4 at once, which gets us, I don't know how many, but it's going to be a lot. We just hit 500, and I'm pretty sure that was the magic number. Before going through there though, it would be nice to have the upgraded tools to one more level so they're black. I'm pretty sure we're naturally smelting enough iron as we go. That is, if I had started this. I think an idiot got in the way last time, but there we go. So now we just need to have 200 more orange bars and then lots of the green pudding cups. Well, there's another 500 orange bars. Now we just got to go get pudding cups. I think 400 of them total. We have 300 currently. So it's back to my magic spot where we can also see the treasure chests. Okay, we hit 400 pudding cups. I'm going to circle around and get the chests, and then we're going to see what we can do at that point. Because I might have enough orange bars and enough pudding cups, but I definitely don't have enough metal bars yet because they're super slow to smelt. So for now, we might as well explore something new because I don't think there's any point in mining resources here. I need one of those. Okay, there must still be somewhere I can go here. I might need this sword after all. Oh, I forgot I gotta pay him a bunch of stuff to get past him. So I'm gonna need to mine a whole bunch more stuff. Well, red gems at least. Which is weird because I have a big ass sword. I would just kill him. So we're gonna need about 632 red gems. But I'm excited now to get that because that might get us the super sword anyway. So it's back to my favorite spot in the world. Right about here. That actually went quicker than I would have thought. Let's go feed the big thing some things and hopefully get a big sword. Even after all that, we still only have not even 400 metal bars, so it's going to be a long time to get these upgraded. I guess we need more pudding cups too to get those anyway, so one thing at a time. But here you go, you big idiot. Now get out of my way and let me have my thing. Oh. Yeah, of course there's going to be more. Do we have enough for that? We do not. Okay, luckily we mine rocks super quick, so that actually took basically no time at all. But I'm a little annoyed about what I'm going to need next already, and I don't even know what it is. So, more rocks and meat. I'm pretty sure we got lots of meat. Yeah, I've got 3,400 meat because I've been killing a lot of things, just kind of for funsies. But on my mining route for stones, I kill a lot of yetis, and those give me meat, so it's not a big surprise I have a lot. I also took advantage of an island full of stones, so now we have lots. Because I feel like we're going to need a lot of stones to climb this staircase. And I wasn't wrong about that. But there's another 600 sitting here that we could potentially take, and I think I'm going to have to just to get to the top. Okay, so then we're going to spend another 500 stones on this. It looks like the path might diverge at some point. We have another idiot to kill. We're still going to need a lot more stones. But at least when I need to mine some, I can just drop down, kill a yeti for their meat, which I still have lots of, but then also all of the stones because there's tons of them. So let's open up another spot, and then we're probably going to go and upgrade our pickaxe because we need to mine a lot of stones still. There are stones to mine up here, which is nice. There's 2 nodes sitting right here, so we're probably just going to mine these for a while. Unless I feel that's just too slow. I'm a very busy person, obviously. I don't have time to sit there and mine stones all day. Okay, so the next 600 is going to get me probably to another spot that's going to need more stones. Oh, but look at all this. This is the jackpot of stone mining. Alright, I'm going to sit here for 10 minutes and get 10 million stone.
3,000 years later.
Okay, we very quickly mined up 2,200 stones. I wish I knew this spot was here earlier. I would have unlocked it and been way further ahead by now. But now we're going to need another 700, but we also get a free 700 below us if we want it. This last and final step wants 500 meat, which we have, and 800 stones, which we also have. Now I get the glowy orb thing. In fact, I get 2 of them. So it looks like I can use one there, and perhaps one here on this rather fun looking sword. Give me that, and I'm not necessarily sure what that did, because I'm still using the same sword. I don't know what that did, but I got it. And now the sword thing says max, so I can't upgrade any further, so I assume I just have max level damage. But since I'm so close to the next tool anyway, I'm going to go mine some pudding cups, and then we're going to get a better pickaxe. Okay, I don't want to wait anymore. I've got enough of these for the pickaxe, then we're going to go find what's through the fun portal thing. So I'll take one of those. That's going to help me mine things much quicker. Then we're going to feed this loop, whatever this is, and okay. We'll see what's through here. Okay, there's a lot to unpack right away. We have some resources already, apparently. I think we're just basically starting fresh on a new world, and I'm all for it. So I guess I'd better start making some more iron bars, because I assume I'm gonna need a lot of them. We also have a whole bunch of these free if we want them. And our friend the owl is back with his treasure chests. Oh, this guy wants to fight. I'll happily fight him. Yeah, we're just gonna power right through him, apparently. We have the super sword anyway, so he can't stop us. Oh, I didn't want you, though. Wait, maybe I do. Do you do something for me? Oh, okay, so we can get extra health. Yeah, why wouldn't we? Hey, I get to wear clothes now. Take that wood and get out of my way. Oh good, now we have the ability to make wood bars again. Not sure if I need to care about that or not right now. We have 1,200 other bars anyway, so we'll just keep on trucking and unlocking whatever we can. Like, whatever this is. 350 bars, that's really expensive. We've been through this before. I can just swim to the next island. I don't need really expensive bridges to get there. But we're just gonna give up a lot of wood. I look like Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, bother.
And I'm all about it. Oh, here's a new resource. It's like wheat, I guess. Something similar to that. We're gonna need a lot of it. Luckily, it spawns very quickly, and we get to chop it with our super sword. So I'm super happy about that, and we have an idiot. It's a scarecrow. Okay, now I've got 2 islands of this stuff. I seem to get lots of it very quickly, so that's nice. I'll probably also get an extra helmet or whatever soon, so that way I can have a little extra health, because I assume we're going to do a lot of fighting here. But this is a nice change of pace again. We're suddenly going pretty quick. We kill those guys in 2 hits. I guess we're just going to loop around and probably make a little wheat circle. Oh, I'm out of wood though too. That's pretty annoying. Let's go get some wood. At least I do have a mother load of trees right here. Like if I sit right here, yeah, look at all that wood. So we chopped that pretty quick. Like that was already enough to finish this off. And that wasn't necessarily cheap either. But I think we should maybe go see if we can get a helmet made. Just after I finish off this. I need to actually hold still and let it go. The enemies respawn very quickly also, and that's throwing me off. Perfect, now we got a circle of harvesting. And this is actually a really satisfying feeling to do, to run around in circles chopping. And I feel like every time I come by here, I might as well just chop down this grove of trees because there's just so much wood, I'd be stupid not to. So, okay, I can't quite make that stuff yet because I need that other material. And I wasn't really paying close enough attention to see where to get that material from. So we're going to go ahead and open up this right now and assume it's somewhere nearby. Maybe in the center of this actually. Give me your secrets. What is this? Need level 8. Oh, I upgraded the wrong thing. I upgraded the pickaxe and not the axe. That's fine. We'll just continue cutting this stuff, making our way to wherever it is we're going. I definitely should unlock that other one though. It's more expensive and therefore probably has better stuff on it. If I know anything about anything, that's the way it works. 1,000 wheat though is definitely going to take a minute. So we'll continue to do this, killing the Lego men, and before you know it, we'll have enough. Oh, windmill. Okay, so this... We could trade that material for coins. I'm pretty sure it's the scarecrow things we're killing that are giving us that material, so I'm just going to have to be patient. Is this an island full of scarecrows? Okay, also we're going to kill them as soon as we see them. That's hopefully going to give us a little bit. So next island just has wood bars. The more I'm circling this tree, the more I really want to cut it down. So I'm probably going to have to do that next. I can't stare at it and not cut it down. That's too mean. So now that I've seen that I just need more of the same next anyway, yeah, let's go see about an upgraded axe. One super axe please, and I hope I never have to see you again. Okay, so what is this tree doing? Okay, it's just regular wood. But it's still just wood in the end. I was really hoping for something a little bit more exciting out of that. But now I don't have to look at the tree anymore. And I'm pretty sure we still have enough to open this up. It gets so expensive. Like we had so many wood bars to be able to do this. And we're just about out of wood bars. And I had like 8 billion of those. We'll get another one of these trees that I very expensively upgraded my axe for. I mean, it is giving me 16 wood per chop, but my other little grove I think is still a lot better. And I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say I'm probably going to need more orange bars anyway. So I might as well start smelting those as soon as we chop down these trees because this part's very satisfying. Then it's back to running in circles. Okay, so behind door number 12 is going to be something that wants more wheat, but we already have enough of that. The Lego man's trying to get me, but he can't get through a fence because he's too... Oh, that's interesting. You have my attention. 700, 700. It's going to be a while before I have that kind of stuff. Well, we got orange bars on the way, so it won't be hard to get those. The iron bars, on the other hand, that's going to take a minute. But I suppose I can be smelting on both sides now. Like I have 2 smelters for each. I didn't want to have to go back here, but... At least I have this awesome grove of rocks to be mining, so that's going to go by real quick. Between this spot and this super pickaxe, we already have over 1,000 stones. And I know that was especially quick for you guys, but it wasn't much longer for me. I basically run back and forth doing this, and it adds up super fast. So since I have another 1,200 already, I'm going to kill the Yeti with the super sword, and we're going to go start the smelter. This one's already working on 300 bars, which is going to give us 600, so that by itself is almost enough for what we need. But we can get this smelter over here going. Now we're going to have double production. So we're going to have enough iron bars. It's just a matter of sitting here waiting for them. And we also need orange bars as well, so I'll go probably start the smelter on the other side again. This will give us 500. Now it's just the waiting game. Decided to take just a few minutes, and I now have 1,100 iron bars and 1,600 orange bars. Probably should have saved some wood for that thing, but what are you gonna do? Anyways, here's a better pickaxe. We couldn't even get a pickaxe that good on the old world. Oh, also, what did that cost? 700, 700, and 1,000 something. As soon as idiot stops attacking me, 1,000 wheats. That's not that bad, but the iron bars again are very expensive. Luckily, I still have lots of stuff on the go. There's 2,300 orange bars slowly making their way to us. I've only found wood and stuff here. I haven't found any stones yet. I always upgrade the pickaxe first, but apparently that's a mistake. 500 wood though is no problem at all these days. Takes longer to put it down than it does to scoop it up, and it just got us another tree. And we're ready to go. Okay, that unlocked us a mine, apparently, where we can mine blue gems. I'll take blue gems.
Paid a fortune for this stupid pickaxe. I might as well use it.
Okay, so yeah, it's actually just a bit of a cave. But I'll never say no to a place to mine stones because I just need so damn many of them at any given time. Okay, let's see what's deeper in the mine. I like how I came in here, then you need wood bars. Kind of tricks you into that, but let's go find some gems as soon as we get across this bridge. I have a feeling it's going to be a pillar and then we're going to need more orange bars again. So that should easily get us across that, and then it's another island where we need more stones again. There we go. That's not getting us all the way across. It's just mining. Is there anything? There's what we're looking for, the blue gems. Eventually we'll have the stones we need. We actually mine these really quick, so these large numbers don't scare me one bit. We already have 700, probably largely thanks to my super pickaxe. I already like what I'm looking at here. Look at all the blue gems, and there's a golem that's really strong, but we're gonna be able to mine these super quick also. They're blue and they're glowy, but we're gonna mine. That was 400 of them already. We're gonna mine like 10,000 of these a minute, and that feels pretty good. You mine them, the numbers go up. You see them flying everywhere. Life is good. Like, it took no time at all to be able to unlock this next one, which took 700. That's a very satisfying feeling. Now it just wants more. So if anyone needs me, I'll just be sitting here mining these for the next 72 hours and enjoying every moment of it.